right. Well, this is a Quantum Black one-shot. This is the Russki Lab. My name is Adrian. I will be the game master for this one-shot, and we are joined by four awesome players who I'm very excited to play with. But our story was going to begin on a mountain road. The SUV that you're in, it's more of an old beat-up pickup with a canopy, is jostling the four of you around. Actually, I would like to also ask, would you have recruited just like a Russian driver whose pickup this is, or is one of you actually driving this? We'll start off, I guess, by just reading out your character
Um,
names.
I guess that would be me who can drive trucks.
Okay, and then your character's name is?
Andrew Dominski.
Okay, so Dominsky is driving this truck, and it's the lights are all turned out to maximize your stealth as you are in essentially enemy territory. And you hit potholes, and in the back, everybody lurches back and forth. The three squad members in the back, I would guess just in roll 20, we'll start off left to right. Damon, would you like to go first?
Oh, sure. Um, Damon, who, this is a bit of a nickname. His real name is Xander. Um, over the course of his enrollment in Quantum Black and all of this, he's gotten the nickname of Damon because it's almost like Damien or, Demon. um, because just the weird stuff that seems to happen and the crazy shine in his eyes that he gets every once in a while. Um, Known for being a little bit of sticky fingered and definitely enjoying a little bit of knife play here and there. Um, he's just kind of sitting in the corner, smoking a cigarette and like trying to blow it out the window.
Gosh, I love it. I love the references name kind of being similar to that. So you get a style point. And shifting over, next we have Ryu, who's probably smack as Ryu, you feel your ally get just jostled into you. Actually, Damon, real quick, do you have armor, or who got the vest?
I did not take armor.
Okay, so it's probably not that inconvenient. It's not like a rifle butt hitting you or anything. But yeah, Ryu, go ahead.
So, Shirogane Ryu. So Ryu is his given name. Shirogane is his family name because he's from Japan. Um, this guy is a ninja and looks like a ninja, like kind of black tactical gear, face mostly concealed, like he has a his eyes are visible, and he's actually his face wouldn't be concealed right now because he's amongst the team, but just kind of sitting there very quietly, kind of. You get the sense that he's watching everything, like he's ready to strike at a moment's notice. He's got a katana. That's kind of the most notable thing.
Excellent.
He was
Go ahead.
he was trained kind of in the organization that trained him was like halfway the Yakuza and halfway like the Hand from Daredevil. Got out of that pretty early on because he realized that they were legit evil. um, and sought other training and has kind of been, even though it's been years and years, he still sees himself as being on this redemptive path, and he's kind of got almost a Batman-like hatred for criminals because of this.
That's awesome. And like we were talking, Quantum Black has an eye for people like you. And as soon as they were able to get you recruitment forms, they whisked you off into probably not New York, but somewhere stateside, and you found yourself in a hole in the wall somewhere. And before you knew it, you part of this shadowy organization, Quantum Black, doing what you now do best, but for a greater good? Question mark.
Yes. And also, despite the fact that his name literally means Platinum Dragon, it is not an alias, that is his given name.
Ah,
This is a style point right there. Okay. Next over we have Graves.
Yes, Jackson Graves, a former military combat medic who's been brought into Quantum Black as the medic for this new team. Um, Simple, military kind of uniform, the medic outfit, black hair, and he's got a pair of glasses on to make up for his poor vision. Without them, he's basically blind.
I know you already got a style point for like making the character and having a flaw, but that's just so perfect. So I will award another style point for that too. Looks like everyone's gonna get one. Last but not least, our driver, bouncing around trying to see the forest road in the dark. Grateful probably that Jackson's not the driver. Anything about your character?
Name is Andrew Dominiski. Work in previously was what was he? Engineer, dabble in some mechanics, and probably former special forces, but that information is classified.
Awesome.
Currently
I can't
working
think.
in delving into science and technical, or some mischievous hacking fun when I get in my downtime. And heard rumors of once I was in part of Quantum Black, I heard rumors of some fancy mechanic from another team souping up their vehicles with bizarre attachments, and started wondering what I could do myself.
Nice. I'm having trouble giving the last style point for some reason. I don't know why it's thinking 16 is a full deck, but oh, there we go, fixed it. So your squad has been basically dropped into southern Russia. This is shortly after a nuclear bomb has gone off in the kind of the nearby vicinity in one of the neighboring countries. And so everything's on high alert. The Russians would be all over you if they knew that you were here without, especially what you're doing here. And the whole point of your mission, Quantum Black, has been following and tracing what people describe as a crazy Russian doctor scientist, Dr. Vordicoy. And he's been operating in several different secret labs, and you have discovered the location of one of these labs up in the mountains. And so you are tasked with going in, terminating him if he's there, if you can find him, and if not, get what information you can, and perhaps if you have the ability to, destroy the lab. You're not packing a whole bunch of explosives. If you look at the team gear, I don't think there's any mention of it. You'd have, I think, 2 bundles of C4 I'll give you, which you can just have. I don't know who'd be the best person to do that in terms of your squad build up.
I'm gonna put my last
demolition.
I was gonna say I'm gonna stick my last 2 points in demolitions because as a ninja I would be a saboteur as well. So
Perfect.
I have a 5 demolition.
right,
Awesome.
So you're better than me, so you'd probably have it. I'll just be there as a backup.
Yeah, you can
You
assist too. Or yeah, there's that. So, I don't think anybody took a team lead role. So how is your squad handling the authority? Is someone senior?
I have a problem with authority.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have everybody roll charisma
Yeah, I was
maybe
just
for
figuring
it.
we'd all roll d20 and figure it out.
Now everyone will make
I
a
have-
charisma check.
I have a 1 charisma. I'm probably not the leader, but I'm probably also going to do what's necessary.
It's so funny because Todd's the leader of the other team too. So what they did, this is a brand new team too. Not brand new in the sense that you're inexperienced, but you've like this is almost like your first assignment together. That's the team has been kind of pulling people out, new recruits or people from other teams that their squads had to be like redistributed, and probably the reason, Damon, you've been assigned team lead for this mission is because you had so much problems in your last team. You got extracted, and they said you're in charge. So
They're like, fuck it, put him in
Like-
charge, see what happens. Like, either he's going to
Basically-
give himself a hard time, or it's going to work smoothly.
I basically imagine it is like, fine, you want to give leads such a hard time? Let's see how well you do.
so we're gonna translate the scene into that forest road again. And Andrew, please make a drive check.
All right. Right.
Okay, so under the cover of darkness, you're hitting all the different potholes that you possibly can. You kind of go off the road a little bit and hit a root. Luckily, it's not on the fall side of the ravine, but you think you're on the way pretty well, and you're going to arrive at the borders of the compound pretty much at the peak of the night. I'll probably say like 2 or 3 a.m. So there shouldn't be anybody around. What would you like to do?
Find a nice spot out of sight, but where we're close enough, but not too, like we're close enough to not be detected, but not too far that we couldn't get here as a quick escape.
Okay, that actually kind of sounds not so much like a drive check, which you were successful at, just barely. But does anyone have any sort of navigation or anything like that? I forget what all the different actual skills are.
Speaking of skills, firearms means any normal like weapon.
Yes, it forces you to put a specialization, but it unless you are taking that specialization, just it's a normal roll for everything.
I think navigation would be survival, which
Yeah.
I don't have.
Does nobody have survival?
People I deal with don't often go to the woods. They go to, like, cities.
Okay.
No survival from the medic.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have survival either. I thought about it, but I was like, someone else will.
Adrian, if you want someone to have it, I can switch my demolitions for survival, that last 2 points I spent.
That might be not be a bad idea.
I will leave it to you, because if you want to attempt...
I will do that. I will do that, because that's a skill that, again, a ninja would probably have.
I think you can
No
say that
one
about
has it.
all of the skills. Ninja, yeah, they'll have gunnery. Ninja, definitely gamblers.
Right. I'm going to switch that, because if he already has demolitions,
Better to...
I'm not great at it, so I'm going to throw a style point in.
Okay.
He has a skill called ninjutsu. It's just all the skills.
Yeah. 'Cause I figure I probably would have done... Alright, so I'm throwing in a style point.
Okay,
I only
actually-
have a 1 in it, and...
Speaking of that, I don't know how to put a roll modifier. It's at the top. Got it. Okay. Okay, 2. That's
You
again...
mean the blinking red thing?
Yeah. I'm normally looking for it in the other spot.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Did you find the source of the ticking?
so you're able to kind of lean in to the driver's seat area where you kind of tap Andrew on the shoulder, telling him kind of, we should probably stop here before we get too close. And it's lucky you do, because just over the top of the hill, as the vehicle parks and you all kind of jump out and stretch, it's a cold winter night. There's kind of frosted snow all over the ground. Just a light covering, nothing too deep. But you can peek over the edge and you can see a completely dark compound entrance. And I'm going to shift you over just to a picture. This isn't a battle map. This is just kind of an image of the forest that you'd be in, except it's again kind of frosted and snowed over. And just looking down, you can see not a super great picture of it, but kind of a compound. At the bottom, you see
Here's a question. Here's a question for you, GM.
Yep.
If we were to want to say conceal the car, like, you know, throw some branches over it, whatever, to hide the cars, what skill would that be? Would that be a survival check? Would that be a stealth check?
I'd put that actually as, let's see. I'd probably put that as stealth.
Can I do that then?
Yes, go ahead. Okay. Yeah, with a 4, there's enough branches that even though it's in winter, you can kind of cover the pickup truck from the front, and it's backed up into a nestle of trees, and it is concealed to anybody who's not looking super closely. And again, you parked on the correct side of the mountain without going over the crest, so you can look down at this what looks to be an empty compound. There's a stretch of cleared out dirt, kind of lightly covered with snow again, but it's this opening track. And at the base of the hill, you can see that there's a concrete bunker, kind of a main entrance, and an old vehicle, like a pickup truck, but it looks pretty decrepit, almost like it was just a junker that was left. But you don't see anything immediately.
How far away are we from like the facility front door and or the truck?
From the front door, you are probably like, unless you're wanting to venture down from the crest of the hill, you're probably still like 300 yards away.
Okay.
And
What about the truck?
The truck, further down the hill, like you would have had to hike up if you're wanting to try to keep it, like stealthily creep up on it. Unless you're wanting to drive it up to the top, you can always do that too. But my understanding was you're gonna hide it and then kind of hike up the last little bit.
Yeah.
Oh
And
wait, are we talking?
I would actually want to go ahead and like stealth ahead, do some recon, make sure that the party isn't about to walk into a trap.
Okay.
Are there any clear like along the road that we're going down? Is there any like clear tracks or like footprints or anything that looks like someone's been through there and disturbed the area or the snow?
Since you don't have survival, I'll have you just roll perception to try to look at that. It is also dark out, and the moon's out, but it's not super bright. Are you wanting to use like your flashlight and stuff to actually like look around? Because if so, there won't be a penalty.
If he goes to pull out a flashlight, I'm stopping him.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't going to pull out a flashlight.
We have some night vision goggles.
Ah, that's true. I think there are 2 sets.
There's
in
2 pairs
there.
of night vision and 2 pairs of heat sensing.
Well, I would request for the cat eyes.
Okay. Yeah.
I might take the other night vision and scout ahead closer to the compound. Actually, I might
take one of the heat sensing.
I'll take the night vision and I'll carry one of the heat sensing with me. So I can do like the full recon of the base. I'm not going to keep them permanently, but for this, I think I may want to take both.
So a couple things. So if Damon, if you're wanting to kind of look around, you can roll your perception check. There won't be any penalties because you're using the goggles, and you can kind of look for the tracks in the road and kind of what's around. You can see that the dusting of snow over everything is unbroken. As you're moving up the mountain, the only tracks are from your own vehicle. Beyond that, the forest is quiet. There's not really any wildlife that you're hearing, but it is in the middle of the night, and so it looks to be completely silent. From there, just to kind of
other than the voices. What about?
You don't hear any voices right now.
What are these drones that we have here? Dragonfly, Raven, and Tarantula.
You can choose one of those, and it's like a little like recon drone type thing, I think.
I assume the Tarantula one is like a ground-based one, and the other 2 are like aerial.
That would be correct.
Like, I'm assuming one of them is like a quadcopter kind, and another one is like the boomerang kind. I might be wrong.
Yeah, and I think I don't know what's in the Team Gear one, but I would just say you can have one, and it would be a ground or air one.
Okay.
And they're both small, like little camera drone type things.
Yeah, I just pulled up the book. The Tarantula is the 6-legged drone.
Take a drone, and I can do some recon with those too.
All right. So I'm gonna. Is it okay if I stealth ahead and see what?
Yes. So if you wish
that's
to move forwards, it's a very short hike up to the top of the mountain, and from once you round that crest again, you can see this clearing, the concrete bunker, and you can make your perception or investigation roll as well.
All right. So I stealth ahead the party and doing perception, and again I'll kind of check everything out with the night vision goggles, and then I'll switch to the heat sensing and look with that as well. If you want.
Okay.
So that's.
So I'm not gonna make you roll separate checks just because everything looks completely still. You can find with moving about the area and kind of scanning, there's no heat signatures from the truck that's parked outside, this old beater pickup. You can tell that everything on the bunker looks pretty much just stagnant and empty. The doors are closed, and you don't pick up anything beyond it, but you're not sure how thick the doors are and if that's going to basically damage the thermal imaging capabilities. But kind of moving across the top of the bunker, kind of looking around, keeping watch for any periscopes or cameras or anything, you actually do find with a 4 that there is camera equipment mounted around the surroundings of the compound. However, there's no power to it. Everything seems to be down. And you find just that one front entrance.
All right. I report back to the team everything you just told me.
So you mean I could probably just walk right up to the door?
You definitely could if you want.
So is it clear to move up? Because I'm still chilling with the van until it's clear to move up.
Everything appears to be clear. There are no guards. I think we should proceed cautiously, but I think we can proceed.
All right. Well, I will grab all my first aid kit from the van. Put it in my backpack or whatever, and I'll make my way to join the team.
Okay.
Right. If he has a backpack, I'm handing him the heat sensing goggles.
Okay.
I'll just keep the night vision ones on me.
That's another thing. I feel like it's probably safe to assume the medic has a medical backpack.
Yes. You'd all have access to rucksacks and smaller backpacks if you wanted.
Is my character able to use the carbine?
There should be 2, so if nobody
Yeah,
is
I said I have no objection. I'm not really a gun guy.
I know I have one currently under weapons in my inventory.
Does Damon have a carbine or no?
No.
No.
Then there'd be one extra.
Wait. I have an HK MP5.
Yeah.
So it looks like
those 2 characters have those then.
Yeah. So there's 2. So yeah, you can have one, and Graves can have one, and Damon's got the sub.
And a combat knife. I'm so down for that combat.
Yeah, my weapons are a M4 carbine and an M9 Beretta.
Like I have a.
I've got
combat knife.
I've got some kind of silenced pistol strapped to my leg, but the main weapon, obviously, is the katana for me.
Okay. So are you all doing? Are you moving over the ravine into the kind of clearing and moving up to the base, or?
I'm probably staying apart from the party, again, keeping to the shadows as much as possible. If anything happens to them, I can kind of, my thought is, if they get spotted, I still want to stay in stealth so that I can back them up.
You said it's lightly snowing?
Yeah, it's kind of thick frosty flakes, perfect for snowpack, are falling, and there's a light dusting over everything. The ground is turning to be white, not fully covered yet, but you can see that within another 20 minutes everything's going to be shifted to being that dark gray in the moonlight to white.
As I'm walking up the road or walking up the hill to join the rest of the team, I'm like wiping my glasses with my wrist, like, oh god, I hate the snow.
Oh yeah, the snow is causing you to fog your glasses a little bit. It's getting a little harder for you to see.
Oh, this is why I don't go out in the snow. Snow and rain, never do it.
Okay. So as you descend down into the clearing, nothing happens. Ryu's kind of sticking back, keeping almost like a guard uh, as you approach into the open, or sticking to maybe the sides. What do you all do?
Are we close enough? Like, how close are we to the door?
You can go up to the door if you want. Nothing's happening
Yeah.
to stop you. So
Okay, yeah,
I
I'm
keep
heading
to the
towards the
tree.
door.
As he does that, I keep to the tree line, but I palm a shuriken so I have it ready.
sure.
Just in
Before
case.
we approach the door, I'm going to check the heat sensing goggles to see how many there are.
I think there's only one heat, and then there should. I don't want them to be more than that. So there's one heat, and then two night vision.
You, according to the team gear, you have 2 heat, 2 night.
I'm changing.
I have one of the night, and I gave back the heat that I took, so that's back
Okay.
in the party bank.
Yeah, so I'll use the thermal goggles to like take a look at what we have ahead of us.
There we go. Sorry, new token, because this one's cooler.
I'll kind of, as all this is happening, I'll kind of join, Damon behind him, just with my rifle at the ready.
Okay. Now,
I feel like Andrew would have nicknames for everyone. Damon would be Demon.
Dayman.
Yeah,
Ah!
that's why he'd call you Demon, because you're probably pretty fierce. Captain Demon.
so Damon, as you're moving towards the door, do you have your Roll20 sound up, or no?
No, I don't. I can just.
I
give me a
can
second.
just for a second steal your audio. You hear something as you're getting close to the door. Nobody else hears this.
Oh, good. I thought I was crazy.
This is nothing exceptionally abnormal to you.
Sure.
You're right.
What do you do?
It wants you to put on the ring.
Yeah, right. So as that's happening, he just kind of like smirks because, like, he's just like, I'm getting closer to the truth,
Mhm.
So like he just like walks up without like hesitation and like touches the door or
Yeah.
like the doorknob, and then it's just like key phrase, tell me your secrets.
Okay. The door is made out of, it's like a concrete bunker, and the door itself is like a reinforced steel. There's big like handlebars that you can use to kind of like slide them left and right, but they do not open. It seems that they are secured from the inside.
Right. I'm not actually trying
Oh.
to open the door.
Okay. Yeah. Well, as you get close and touch and speak to it, nothing does happen. In fact.
Right.
I get as
I would
close as I can while staying within the tree line, like just
Okay.
in case.
Okay. Yeah, you can get within ranged range. So if something were to
Okay.
come out, you can engage with it, but you're probably still like at least 2 move actions
yeah.
away.
That's kind of where I want to be. Like,
Yeah.
if something comes out, I can lead with a ninja star and then get in later.
Yeah, and the only light that's out here is the moonlight. Everything's It's starting to get easier to see because as the snow covers the ground, it actually is reflecting more light. So it's starting to illuminate better, but everything is still like there's like you can see there's lights that have been mounted up to the top of this bunker like to flood down and light everything up, and everything's just off. It looks very much like just an abandoned piece of
Do
old
I
bunker.
see anything with the heat vision goggles?
Nope. I mean, make a perception check.
Perception.
Okay. Yeah, not really anything. Occasionally you scan the woods and you see like a one little red highlight, but it's a bird that takes off. Probably some sort of night predator, but just wildlife.
Um, I feel like I need to kind of clarify a little bit. I'm actually kind of like whispering back to the voices, kind of like almost echoey mimicking what they're
Okay.
whispering,
Okay.
trying to provoke my ritual magic divination to kind of learn, kind of to provoke like vision or whatever of like kind of
Okay.
what's been going on around here.
Well, I think that sounds almost like just roll a ritual magic check then, actually. Did that roll twice, 2 times or on accident?
Yeah, that was totally on accident.
Okay, well, it's the same roll either way. The voices seem to actually stop as you've gotten to the door. The last thing you could kind of make out was them saying, "Go inside." But otherwise, nothing.
Yeah, alright. Well, I'm gonna listen. Like, you always listen to the voices, right?
Okay. If you try it, it kind of like there's the metal on metal kind of scraping sound, but the door remains shut. It's something from the inside has secured it.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the rest of the team and be like, should we knock? Looking over at the, demolition expert.
Is there a hole big enough for the drone?
No, not the front door.
Hmm.
That's the only entrance you found, if there is
Are there
one.
any windows that could be broken that would
Solid
make a hole?
concrete. Uh, the you from when you scouted around, the size of the bunker is pretty much in this one hill, and then the cleared out area is almost like it could be almost a landing strip with like if maybe like a small Cessna or something wanted to land. But even then, it's pretty short how long the clearing is. It's probably more likely if they had like a helicopter, they could land it on there, or if they just had a bunch
So,
of trucks. But yeah, it's pretty
so
small.
I definitely get the sense that the majority of this place is underground.
Yeah, it's built into this hillside, and then there's this concrete face, just like from here. There's that front main doorway, and then that's you can see it's reinforced like with concrete, but it goes into the mountain. It's almost like an underground bunker.
Is there any kind of lock, either standard or electronic? Like, I have larceny, I could
hmm
pick probably non-computerized locks. I'm hoping somebody else can handle the computerized ones.
You can tell if you want to come out and take a look at it yourself after he kind of says that. Um, when you try to pull out the door, it moves just barely enough to where you can see on the inside that there's like a chain holding the bars together on the opposite side from that
Got it.
side. It's been chained
Can,
shut.
is it wide enough to get a bolt cutter in there?
No, not even a bolt cutter. It's maybe like an inch that you can get through. So like you can, it's
What's the quality of the chain? Is there any indication that if we keep pulling on this, we're going to break it?
pulling. No, it does look pretty rusted, so it's probably not super. And maybe if you got the truck in and like tried to like just you know 300 pounds of torque pull it. I don't know what the
So,
truck probably has, but
rusted, but not rusted enough that we're going to break it just using manpower.
yeah, it'd be unlikely.
All right. Just gonna pull out my silenced pistol and shoot the chain.
Okay. You can probably actually, yeah, it's an inch is enough to where if you aim it just straight through the doors at point blank, you can get a bullet to go through there. that would work if you want to try taking a shot. You can roll your pistol. Okay, that's 6.
I do have the silencer on it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you just hear the whoosh, and then the bullet impact from the other side of the door hits the chain. I don't think there'd be really enough hardness. It would shatter from that. Yeah, you just hear the chain go, kind of splinter into shards of metal, and then the big heavy, and it drops to the ground. Yeah, you think you got the lock off with that.
Just look over
Kind
to
of,
Damon.
kind of,
How's that for knocking?
I kind of put up my hand, kind of trying to stop everyone. I want to stealth in and see if there's any. Yeah, just sneak ahead and see if there's any you know, do some recon again.
Okay. Um,
I think so. My character's full of that he's full of himself. So literally, after he shot the lock, he just looks over to Damon and is like, "How's that for knocking?"
A little weak-wristed, in my opinion, but hey, you did your best. The door's open.
Oh, it's not my biggest knock. We're saving that for later.
That's what she said.
you have those goggles on, right?
Night vision ones, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna upgrade your vision. Opening the door, it slides open just a foot, just enough for you to slip inside, and you see a hallway, black. There's no lights that are on, even though there's sconced indented lighting. But there's just concrete passageway just going straight ahead. The vision would eventually show you into the actual map. So let me move you over.
And again, I'm moving ahead. I'm not going to move out of like vocal range where I could call it to the team. Not having to yell, but kind of go as far as I can and still communicate with the team with kind of the louder end of just a normal speaking voice.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm doing that because I'm trying to be stealthy, but that's just an idea of the kind of range I'm willing to
Okay.
get between me and the rest of the party, and just again keeping to the shadows, using my
Do you
skills.
do you see yourself here, or no?
I do not.
Okay.
It's black.
Put my token on there. Maybe I will.
No, let me do it because I set up that specific token with dynamic lighting, and
Okay.
let's try this. Do you see it?
I can. Yes.
Does anyone else see him?
Probably facing the opposite direction from where I'd want to look, but yes.
Can anyone else see you, I wonder?
No, it's dark.
Okay.
Complete blackness.
All I see is my ex's soul.
I just see darkness.
That's fine.
That's the most metal thing I've ever heard.
Style point for that. Did
But darkness ain't gonna stop me.
All right.
Oh, that was the wrong person. Sorry.
GM, just let me know how far I can get while staying in that range that I kind of described, and I'll begin moving. Control this. Can I not think? Oh, yes, I can.
I don't know what's going on with my style points. Okay, that was very confusing.
All right.
Damon, you have an extra style point on accident. You better make me laugh.
Oh, okay. I'll try my best. Would you like to hear a joke?
No.
These corpses, or
And that's
these...
why we don't talk much. Lamau.
Okay.
GM, are these actual corpses, or are these like images of corpses?
Yeah, what you see as you kind of move down the hallway, you begin to see stuff cluttering the floor. There are bodies up ahead. And as you kind of look down, there's just gore and blood is all over the floor and pools and just everything. There's body parts. Things look just torn apart. I will need you to roll a sanity check, please.
At this point, I am drawing my katana.
Okay.
Because... what do I roll for sanity? Sorry.
So for sanity, that's an attribute, I believe.
I mean, it's an attribute, but it's a...
Does it not let you roll attributes?
kind of... Not the kind you can... It's like health. It's not like one I can roll.
Well, what's the point of
that
this
resilience?
character sheet then? That's so dumb.
Well, sanity is like health. You wouldn't roll health. Are you talking about resilience? Is that the...
I guess it would be resilience. But
okay, well, I can
yeah,
roll that.
it matches your sanity, so yeah, I guess maybe I've just been calling it the wrong thing this whole time. But yeah, you roll your sanity dice to try to beat the horror rating of what you're seeing, which in this case is a 2 for all the mangled bodies. Can everybody see the whole map, or
I can see the token.
can you see just your own token?
Again,
Yes.
darkness is my friend. I see no. Oh wait, there I am.
Yeah, I can see my own token. And I was just about to ask, I would take a peek inside as we're all waiting. Does it look completely dark in there?
Everything is completely pitch black. You don't even see a light because Ryu is just walking down with his night vision.
All right. While we're still all outside chilling in the snow, I would like to take one of those tactical flashlights and pop it onto my M4.
Okay, yeah. Actually, nobody has flashlights on, do they? So Damon,
Currently, no. But when I get ready to enter the building, I'm gonna turn on the tactical flashlight on my carbine.
okay.
I will probably also put mine on the carbine.
Okay.
So I'm not having to carry it.
So Ryu,
Right.
what you're seeing on the floor with all these kind of mangled bodies, it's not, you've seen terrible things before, so it's not like you can handle it. What do you do though? Do you you freeze? You've drawn your katana.
Yep. So I slip the shuriken back wherever I carry my shurikens. I draw my katana, which, and I'm holding it in such a way that it's I'm kind of between it and the flashlight, so it's not picking up.
Mm-hmm.
Again, doing everything kind of as I was trained. So I can see the whole map now.
You can, really?
I can.
Okay.
But I am not going to metagame and act on what I can see. Like past the bodies, it looks like there's a broken section of wall, and I think I'd be able to see that at least here.
Yeah, I think maybe the whole map just killed itself. I was trying so hard to.
I also can't click on my token, so I'm going to reload my Roll20 because I think it might be on my end. I think something derped.
No, because I think that everything looks different on my side too. I can't see if the lights though are changing.
Map works for me.
I can't click on my token either, and my circle is removed from where I'm actually clicking, so I'm going to reload my Roll20 because I think it's me.
Okay. For everybody else, can you see the rooms or just the hallway?
Just the hallway.
Just a hallway.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I can just see.
Sorry
where the
about
light
that. I
is
think
shining.
my computer just derped and.
Well, let's see if a
Your
reload
map.
works. But Damon, as you are coming in, you can start hearing these voices again. They seem to be almost like wanting you to go inside.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. As I step in, and I guess
I can see the map now, and it's I think the way it's supposed to be. Like it's dark. I see
Okay.
a cone of vision.
Okay, that's correct.
See the rooms, but I don't see the anything that's in
Yeah,
them.
if you can see through in here, this is an opening, so that should be correct.
Yep, and that's what I saw before that I said I'd want
Okay.
to check out.
Yeah, from there, what you can see is the actual wall's been broken down. It's like a big pane of glass is shattered, and inside you can see, if you turn the token that way, if you're looking, you can see like an office table and just more kind of mangled gore.
And when I move my token, my Roll20 derped again, and now I see the whole map and not the lighting.
I think
This is on me. I think for
Dynamic-
some reason For some reason, my computer is rejecting your darkness, and
Well, it's not a big deal. I have got everything that you don't want to see actually hidden, so if you do see the
Okay.
map, it's not a big deal.
okay.
Um, it is all pitch black though, so I need to know who's got actual lights or night vision.
I've got
I
night
am
vision.
turning on the flashlight when I begin walking inside.
Okay. So Graves, your lights as you come down through the hall, you begin to pick up the body parts down there as well, and I will have you roll a sanity check, which I guess is called resilience on this sheet.
Cool.
Yeah, apparently sanity is the points you lose. Resilience is the thing you roll to keep from losing them.
Gotcha. I guess that makes sense.
I-
Resilience.
Let's see. I'm a medic. I feel like I should be good at this. So just to be safe, I'm going to spend a style point on this.
Um, Andrew and Damon, if you're also proceeding down the hallway, it sounds like Damon, do you have a flashlight or no? How about Andrew?
I have
Or night vision? I
the
forget which.
heat vision goggles at the very least.
Okay, heat vision goggles. You pick something up, kind of right down on the floor. Actually, several of them are still kind of warm. It seems like the one almost by where Ryu is standing is casting off a heat signature as well, and then Jackson and Damon kind of stepping in as well. They're all kind of glowing that orange red silhouette. From there, Ryu, I need you to roll a perception check.
Will do. Let me just reopen my character sheet.
Okay. That orange silhouette that not Graves, Andrew Dominski was seeing is reaching up towards you, and since you were unable to see this half of a human body corpse reaching towards your legs as you're kind of
Am
looking
I
into the
able
room,
to make a quick draw if I notice this?
I'll let you roll an initiative, so everyone can roll initiative. Because you had the heat vision, I will let you potentially go before this zombie torso.
Yeah, I gotta figure out.
Oh. You said it. You said the trigger word.
It didn't add it, and I had clicked on my token. Does it work
Oh.
differently in this?
No, it should. I just added your thing. You should be able to modify the number.
Initiative.
Yeah, that happened to me too. I think it's happened to all of us.
It might be that this sheet just doesn't auto send it to the tracker.
What's the code again? Is it's exclamation mark R or slash R? I think it's slash R in this. Yeah.
/R, yes.
Okay, that's not the right amount of dice though. Actually, you know what? This zombie is like cut in half. I don't even know if it would have a full thing, so we'll just do that instead. Did Andrew Dominski roll? Okay, yeah, Andrew, you rolled a 4, so you can go ahead and you can act first. So you have you wouldn't really need to quick draw if you already had your rifle out.
All right.
So if you wanted to shoot at the zombie, you could.
Yes.
There's Graves.
And he'll give the heads up that zombies.
It's always best to tell the ninja that you're not trying to shoot him, because that's how you end up with a katana, where katanas ought not
Basically,
be.
like, gives the heads up. Zombies.
Okay.
Zombies at your feet.
So yeah, so you hit the zombie. The bullet strikes into the back of whatever it's wearing. You see just a big blood splat. However, it does not seem affected, and it is going to attack Ryu. So Ryu, if you can roll your defense.
And I get a plus. Is he my +3 for the armor, or is it a +3 for the armor?
Yes, that you've got a +3, so you'd add that in. Though that's a vest, and it's kind of clawing your lower half.
That's why I'm asking. Do I even get it? Because it's. I'll assume no.
I'm gonna rule no. I'm not trying to be mean, but.
Oh, I expected it was gonna be no, but you know.
Actually, I do have a character sheet.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
This is.
Oh, balls.
Technically, this is a brawl attack.
Oh, it's a brawl, then I can use my block.
Yeah, you can.
So I'm gonna not make that 0. I'm gonna figure out what my block is. My brawl plus my active defense, or my brawl plus my passive defense, so I'd be rolling a 7 as opposed to a 6. I'm just gonna give myself a. I'm gonna just roll 1 die and hope it's a. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Good, it's not a crit fail.
So that's 5 points. This is a zombie claw, so this is technically non-lethal damage. But you take 5
points. I am at 0.
So yeah, so I believe that stuns you, correct? And you have to roll a body roll.
It stuns me, yes.
Okay.
I think because I'm at 0, I don't. I can.
No, you're alive with 1 action capability, unless you like push yourself. But then that. Oh, everybody's initiative is off. Basically, everybody goes before it. So Andrew and Damon, I think you all rolled 4s, and so did Riley.
Yeah, everyone's 4 but me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say one of the other 4s should go first because.
Yeah, you heard this gunshot too. The rifle was not silent, so it echoes down this this corridor, and the flash of light exposes the zombie just as it's like claws down at your leg. And you feel the pant leg tear and blood.
But I'm stunned, so someone else should go because I can't do anything.
Well, I guess we'll take another shot at it.
Okay.
Die before I can even use my before I can even use my ninja skills.
Okay, this shot hits it actually in the upper torso, almost by the neck, and you see a big explosion of flesh. It doesn't seem to react a whole lot. And you can see the entrails from the waist down. It's like there's no legs. It's been blown in half, it looks like. But it's still like moving around. So that's your go. Unless you want to move.
Also, medic.
I mean, I'd like for it to be dead before I get to you, you know?
Okay.
I'd like for me not to be dead before you get to me.
Does that Damon want to go? It's actually,
yes.
I think either Damon or you, if you're stunned, you can't go, so it has to be Damon next, and then Jackson.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to shoot at it with my MP5.
Okay. Are you on full auto or single?
Single.
Okay.
I only have a full auto button.
That's the name of it because it has full auto capability. But it's select fire. MP5s are select fire.
Yeah, I'm a 3-shot burst kind of guy myself.
Yeah. Actually, you have a silencer, right? Or was that someone else?
That's definitely not me, no.
No? Okay. Well, in that case, it's another loud burst. Not as loud as the M4, but yeah, you drizzle 3 more rounds into the body of the zombie to no effect, it looks like. Jackson,
Okay.
Mr. Graves.
Yeah. Oh boy. I really wanted it to be dead before, doing my medic stuff, because that's dangerous to go in there. How does moving work again? You can do it twice.
If you wanted to hustle, yeah, you can move twice. But I think your move is at least a 4, right?
5.
Yeah, you can get up to your ally or the zombie. unless you're trying to sprint past the whole thing and just get on the other side of him.
Oh boy. Uh, I'm. Could I run past him and possibly drag him a few feet away?
You can take your movement and roll in athletics to try to move him the remainder of your movement.
I don't have that in skills. Alright, I'm just going to... Let's see, so the move, so 5, that's 5 squares I can move, right? It's been a
Yeah.
while.
Yep.
So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then I turn myself to see him.
Okay. Yeah, and you can see the zombie down there on the ground.
And I would like to, kind of run up and be like, you are not dying today, not on my watch, and I would like to, try and pull out my first aid stuff to get him up, patch him up.
Okay. Yeah, I think if you had your weapon out, then switching to like your kit actually would take an action. So I don't know. Do we still want to do that, or you want to just shoot the zombie and try to do it next turn?
Yeah, I'll run up, get ready to start healing, but I will unload some shots into the zombie if possible. Yeah, that works.
Okay, so go ahead and roll an attack. Because it's already been hit twice, so it's a -2 on its defense again. Okay.
I thought zombies were easy to kill.
Right?
Now I'm terrified.
Unfortunately, nothing, no effect. You shoot it, like the blood, you're making visible holes through this thing. You can see through its rib cage out the back, but it does not seem to stop it.
Oh boy.
So that is now, because we skip your turn, Ryu, right? Completely?
Yes.
So the zombie is going to pull itself closer to you, and it's going to try to bite you. I'm not sure how you would defend when you're stunned. You can still defend,
You can
right?
still defend when you're stunned, and I'm into doing so because
Okay.
I really don't want to die in my first 5 minutes of action.
Man, wouldn't it have been great if 2 minutes into the movie, Snake Eyes just died?
Okay.
I mean, it would have been a much shorter movie, which some people would say is an improvement. So I had 4 style points. I'm putting all of my points in defense.
Okay.
And now I have to tell Aaron that this happened.
Okay. This isn't letting me do it, so I'm just gonna have to roll another brawl attack, but I'll give it the -2 modifier.
Okay. And I am putting.
Oh no, it did work.
And I get my block, so that's an additional +1. All right. Do this.
I like that its name is Bad Guy.
Okay. Yeah, so its jaw, these are human teeth. It's clearly been a human beforehand, and it's trying to open the jaw, opens wider than it should be possible to do, and you just hold it from the forehead away from you, and it's not able to kind of land its deathly bite into your leg. That is all it's doing. New round, so.
So.
You can act in any order. Yeah.
I guess I'll go ahead.
Oh no, go first, because I think I'm gonna want him to be weakened for what I'm about to do.
I was gonna say I'm gonna try aiming for its head.
Okay, you want to take an aim. So you can take an action to aim for a +2 on your attack, or you can take a called shot, which is a little bit harder. But if you succeed, then it does immediate damage and defeats its damage reduction. Which
we're gonna throw 2 into a called shot.
Okay.
Because also he's overconfident in himself too, so this is a called shot. Straight up.
Don't roll a 0, please.
And that is also his flaw, is he's overconfident.
Okay. So
And then +2. Slash R2 D2 greater than 2. If that's
So yeah, a called shot you'd roll, but you'd have a penalty of the creature's full
Yeah.
defense, whatever
Wait.
that is.
Yeah, so the defense on this was 6. So you didn't roll a 0, so you don't hit Ryu or Graves, but you kind of take aim. You're just a little too quick, a little too overconfident, and you take the shot and you hit the zombie, but it's again in the chest, and there's just this big splat of blood that comes out the other side onto your friends, but nothing hit the head. You're just a little too low. Probably from using the optic instead of compensating the 2-inch rise or something, because you're at close range. So that is going to fail.
So this turn I can either move, attack, or defend myself.
Yes.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what Damon does before I do anything.
Okay.
Are we still dealing with the same zombie?
Yep, it's this torso that's just not dying.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna 3-shot burst this thing again, because, like, what else would you do?
Okay. You spray it again. There's very little of this flesh left, though.
So with its defense reduced, I'm gonna called shot to the head.
Okay.
So I would subtract whatever its full defense is from this attack.
Is it the remaining defense, or it's still its full defense?
The full remaining defense.
Okay, so only subtract 2. That was very effective.
Okay.
And this is your katana, right?
Yep. So I've got my katana, and I've got it's checking because it's got my swords bonus factored in. So here we go.
Okay. And that's already factored in the -2?
That's correct.
Okay. How do you kill this?
I kind of flip my katana so the blade is pointing down, and I just Sephiroth style jab it right through the head.
Yeah. And this zombie is skewered down to the floor. There's not much blood that's left of it. It's all drained out. It's many holes and waste, but it's dead. Yeah. It slides off your blade as you withdraw.
I pull out the blade, and I kind of do the Ghost of Tsushima thing where I kind of
yes.
swing the blade to flick off what blood there is, and then shoot, and then I don't sheath it, but I do flick off the blood Ghost of Tsushima style.
Yeah, that's
such
a stop
a good
point.
game.
Yeah, definitely.
Then I turn to the medic. Mr. Graves, I in need of your assistance.
I will kind of grab your back and just drag you back a few feet. Just drag you with me. And be like, yeah, you're not dying today. You're not dying on my watch. And I will immediately kind of put my rifle to the ground and get out my medic stuff to heal him.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll a medicine check, and it's 1 for 1.
Cool. You know what?
Good. Our medic has lifesaver.
So just for the sake of things, I don't know if you can see my ping, but I'm dragging you backwards towards this wall.
I can't see anyone but me.
You can't see... Oh, you can't even see the map?
I can see the map, but I can't see any token but me.
Oh, that's so weird.
Okay, medicine. Boom. Oh boy.
Oh, there he is. I just have to face him. I apparently literally can't see right next to me unless it's...
Oh, okay. I think that's something I can do. I can change it so you're emitting light in non-directional.
Well, maybe 2, but at least that's 2 non-lethals healed.
Yeah.
Well, you only had non-lethal wounds, right? So doesn't that... how does that work?
So if he has lifesaver, I believe that
2 non-lethal
each
wounds
one
per
heals
1
2
success.
non-lethal.
Yeah, so are you just healed up from the damage?
Pretty much. I lost 5. I'm back up to 4. So thank you.
Yeah.
Give you a quick bandage around wherever you were scratched, heal you up a bit.
splash a little antiseptic on it and
Pat you on the
Tie
back,
it
put a
off.
band-aid over it.
Pass
Give
some
you a
alcohol.
lollipop.
Yeah, but it's one of those like doctor's office lollipop. It's one of the what are they called? They have names.
The suckers.
Yeah, like blow pops or whatever.
So I feel like Graves and Ryu are a
Tootsie
little.
Pop.
Yeah, that one. I feel like Graves and Ryu are a little distracted, kind of dealing with kind of the patching and the fact that you just got clawed by this should-be dead human. Dominsky and Damon, please roll perception checks as you're
Would
more.
I be distracted or would I be hyper alert because I almost just died?
Let's actually see. So that can be a roll. That would be your willpower, right? To see,
Okay.
or would you just roll resilience? No, let's use the resilience stat. Secondary.
I know I'm
attribute.
distracted. I'm focusing on healing him up, patching him up.
Nope, I am distracted.
Yeah. I think you're like also
Oh.
trying to make sure it didn't get in my blood, did it? Yeah, make sure the blood's been cleaned.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Normally I'd be very alert, but your death
have,
is...
like,
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I accidentally rolled that with the -2 from before. Can I try
Oh.
that again?
Yeah, reroll.
I have like one of those like squirt water bottles that I'm
I
pouring
am-
over the wound to clean it.
I have, yeah. Nope. I am... Okay. Yeah,
Still.
I'm still distracted.
Okay. Okay, so Dominsky can hear what sounds like rattling from further down the hallway. Again, everything's dark except for these, several lights that are on the rifles that are being kind of illuminating different areas. But you can hear this kind of almost like doors rattling. And then I didn't see a roll from Damon, so I think he's preoccupied with
Right.
voices in his head, which
Anything
are
on the heat
sounding off
sensor?
Well,
again.
that's what I was gonna ask. Was would I be preoccupied with voices, or would I be like hyper alert with my freaking MP5 to my cheek, with like a cigarette freaking like in my mouth, like keeping an eye out?
I'll leave that to you. If you want, you can roll a ritual magic check. Or if you want, you can roll perception.
Am I picking anything up
What?
with
Wait.
with the
No.
heat vision
Wait.
goggles?
Yeah, no. You know what? Let's be spicy. I will try a spicy ritual magic check to see if maybe I can like perceive a little bit extra than what my mortal senses are capable of.
Oh,
No.
man. Yeah, that's you're hearing the voices, but it's just a bunch of gibberish in your head. For Dominsky, the rattling is coming from further down the hallway, but you don't see anything on the heat signature.
Be alert. We got some more movement, possibly on the side of the door, down the hall. There's some rattling.
Okay. Where would you like to go? What do you do?
So, this was a broken window, and there's a doorway right here.
That's just a little alcove. There's actually no door there. It's like a trash receptacle or a chair or something.
But this is like
Yeah, that's busted open. The hall leads down. Additionally, the walls right behind you is damaged, like something's been rammed into it, maybe like a cart or something. You can tell it's drywall and wood framing on this area. So you could break through here if you wanted to. It looks like maybe someone tried, but definitely this is all broken. Or you could go south.
after
Which
I'm
way
done.
is the blood going?
The blood is like splattered all through into the office.
Alright. I would recommend we follow the trail. Like, something made this trail. We don't, unless we're sure that the trail was. Maybe it was the thing we killed going out, but it's also
I was
possible
gonna
that whatever
say,
killed all these guys had moved further in.
I was gonna say once I'm done patching up Ryu, I'd grab my rifle back off the ground and I suggest we probably clear out all the rooms to be safe. We don't want to get blindsided while we move down the hallway.
Damon is also standing next to a couple office doors, like double doors. So there is a big main entrance to the the thing here. It's just they busted out the window instead. So you could open these if you wanted to.
I'm gonna move in through the busted window.
Okay.
And again, I'm
Change my character to face different directions.
Yeah. You just click it, and then there's a little box that is like the toggle above it.
Oh, there it is. It's hidden by the
Oh, the name or
so
circle.
the circles will often hide the
oh,
handle.
I guess yeah. You have to like zoom in a
There we
lot.
go.
I'm gonna move towards the doorway where Graves is and suggest we open it up. I don't want to go through the window.
Okay.
Yeah, so I moved into the conference room being as stealthy as I can.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Look around.
Go ahead and roll a perception and a stealth for me, please.
Is this the room here?
Yeah, it's the same room. If the doors are unlocked, if you wanted to open them.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Ryu, you don't even step on broken glass. Like, your footfalls are silent as the grave.
Which is amazing because I probably don't notice the
You notice there's a lot of
God.
bodies and blood. You can see a big smear across the table where it looks like someone had been dragged across by their opened throat or something. There's just a lot of blood. There's a doorway here at the end of the hallway, and then a doorway here, and a doorway here, but no survivors by the looks of it. This is some sort of just kind of either company lounge or office. The smart screen on the wall on the far wall is all smashed.
Okay. What I'm gonna do, your death experience has made me a little less lone wolf than I might be used to, so I'm gonna actually talk to the party and.
Oh, it's team bonding.
I'm waiting for the others to move into the room first. I'm sticking behind Damon, waiting for him to go through the door.
Which is the door here?
So this is open and this is open.
All right.
So door,
Oh,
window.
Is this
Yeah,
this window?
you
So
can go through that now.
I'll go through the door. Just weapon out at the ready.
Okay.
And look all around the room, including up.
Okay. Yeah, roll a perception.
Like looking at the ceiling, the floor, all around the entire room.
Okay. You don't see anything. Well, you notice the ceiling doesn't have blood on it. It's all on the ground.
Well, that's reassuring.
But you don't. Yeah, there's damage on the walls. The screen again is crashed. There's broken chairs. The room looks to be empty. You do see there are 3 additional doors. You can go south. This one and this one and this one. They're all different doors.
I'm inclined to go through the southernmost door, but again, I'm suddenly finding myself more of a team player than usual. So
With
what I'm
Damon.
going to do is I'm going to kind of take a position just outside the door and kind of peek in. Again, trying to as subtly as possible, just peek in. I can roll a perception check if you want me to.
Sure.
And yeah, just let me know if I need to roll new stealth or perception. But
Yeah, if you're trying to peek inside, I will have you roll stealth and perception because you're entering into a new room, and I'll open the door for you.
Is there a door on the left, like on this side of the hall?
No, not the left hallway. The hallway you'd go straight down.
Okay, so basically, in this room here, somebody's with me. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So Ryu, you can peek inside, scanning the room. It looks to be a small office. There's like a print station. There's a little, like, almost like a mini fridge, but it's got a glass front, and you can see that there's a whole bunch of chemical bottles or like medicine bottles or something like that inside. And then there's the double screen room in here, and there doesn't seem to be any bodies or anybody inside. This room looked to be closed off.
You said there's a print station. Is there? Can I tell if there's anything like in the printer?
Nothing has been recently printed. No, the print tray is clear. With the 3 perception.
I kind of signal everyone that this room is clear. And what's this right here?
That's Dominski.
Okay, I'm gonna move up next to him.
He was already in the room when you.
Or Ryu went into the south room. This one. Damon is still out in the hallway, right?
I didn't go into the south room. I just kind of peeked in. Actually, enter the room. I just kind of poked my head in.
So Damon, you can hear like the rattling. It reached kind of a peak and then it seemed to like settle down. Like it stopped.
I'm going to wish to pull out my grimoire and take a supernatural check on these, in my mind, ghouls.
Okay.
Is this a door here?
Yes.
I'll do the same thing with.
So.
I'll do the same thing with that door that I did with the other one. Just kind of open it just a crack so I can poke my head in and see what's in there.
This one is actually open. It's ajar slightly. It's been closed a little bit, but not like latched. As you open it in, you can see more marks and pieces, blood. And then Damon outside, as you're kind of flipping through, you have to kind of translate the Latin, and you probably have to put a flashlight up in your ear or something to be able to like look down and read. What are you trying to determine?
Of their nature, to figure out if whatever is animating these creatures is coming from something of more of a supernatural source, than maybe like say a scientific source. Like, you know, is this a disease or is it like some type of curse? You know.
Yeah, so with 5, so you almost like bend down and kneel down by these mangled bodies, and then look at the torso zombie that would put up such a fight, and you begin to just kind of like look it over and examine it and try to look through your grimoire to see if there's any depictions of zombies, which there are. However, it doesn't seem to totally match what's maybe being described from these almost Arthurian tales or anything. These look to be much more human creatures that have been. Well, this one was definitely an undead, but some of the other ones that are on the ground, they look very much human. Granted, they're dead, so maybe they weren't contaminated with anything, but the one that you fought definitely was an undead zombie, not like a disease zombie. I don't know if that's enlightening for what you were looking for.
It is. Like, because, like, you know, like, if they're more on the supernatural, then, you know, there's a possibility that, that type of magic that is inherent in their being could be manipulated by someone that manipulates magics. But, like, if it was, like, a disease, then, like, my character would know nothing about that. Or, like,
yeah,
you know.
The one that you've just fought leans much more towards on the supernatural zombie scale than not.
So more Evil Dead than Walking Dead.
Yes, exactly.
No wonder why they were hard to kill.
As Damon rises up from his, like, investigation, he would, like, kind of echo to the others, be careful, there are foul things in work here.
As soon as you say
Alright.
that, you just hear more voices.
Alright.
Are you going
Has anyone
to?
checked out the northern door?
Up here?
Yeah. We should probably peek in that door and see what we.
I'm assuming nothing is
got.
being picked up with the with the heat sensing goggles, right?
No. Sorry, I think that actually might help you be able to see the door. But yeah, do you want to go through that north door?
Yep. He will check the door,
Okay.
rifle up.
I'm gonna move your token because you couldn't even see the door, I realized. This would be where you are. Yeah, as soon as you kind of open the door and you sweep the room, you immediately pick up another heat sensor. In the gore on the ground, you can tell there's another one of those things. It's
And I open fire.
stationary. But yeah, if you want to shoot it, go for it.
We might have another live one.
So we just roll it and then
Yeah.
add our.
So for initiative, yeah, if it didn't work, I don't know why the token thing doesn't work in this one.
I think it's the character sheet isn't programmed to send it to the tracker.
I think so. I know Jeff, when he was reviewing it, he pointed out a whole bunch of things that weren't quite done,
Sure.
so I think it's probably that. But I just added everybody
Sure.
in. So you took fire. That is 6 attack, right? Yeah, you light it up and just lurches of fragments kind of go up, but it seems to then begin wriggling in your direction. That will be initiative. Let's see, Damon is 3. Dominsky, what'd you get? 2?
2.
Okay, so let's refresh. Graves would be the first to go. You hear the gunfire from up there.
Let's see. I have a pretty solid view of the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing the gunfire, being the medic, not wanting to rush into things, and even though I just did that,
Just
hold
for
off?
a good cause.
yeah, I'll rush in to save a life. I'm just gonna take position on this conference table and chill till I can actually get a better view to light the thing up.
Cool. How about Damon? Can you roll me another perception check?
Sure thing. 3.
Okay. Let's see. You can hear all of a sudden kind of that rattling noise south as there's more gunfire bursting in the next room. You hear it begin to noise amplifies again, and that the rattling and clanging from down that hallway south of you is starting to pick up again.
So, I'm hearing stuff from this way?
South. Yeah.
Oh.
Straight down the hallway.
Well, I guess I'll start heading that direction.
Do you have light? Like, do you have any light?
I had night vision goggles at one point.
If you do, then I need to update your token. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Let's do this.
And for some reason, I can once again see the whole map, so.
I think it's every time your token, like, rotates. I'm sorry.
I mean, again, I'm not going to do anything metagamey with it. I'm just letting you know that.
Yeah, it's all good. So, Damon, you should be able to see down that hallway now.
Yeah, pretty decent ways. My party went this way, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I will kind of. Well, I gotta double check something real quick, because
So
what
just
is my movement? Move 4. Okay.
Just so we're clear, green is Graves, yellow is Dominsky, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's weird that the names aren't showing up for you either.
You have to go into the token and put
Oh. I
It's
forgot
the same
about
thing that
that.
happened to us in the
Yeah.
1776 for the longest time.
Can you see it now?
Ken.
Wow.
Alright,
Look at
I'm
that. I'm learning.
going to move up to the uh like the opening into where they went,
Okay.
and be like, hey, I hear something down the hall. I'm investigating. And then I'm going to like continue south along the wall.
Okay.
Good news, everyone. Damon is dead.
I don't know. Maybe.
Sorry, that's
Okay.
just a joke from another campaign where every time a player went off on their own, someone's like, "Bad news, he is dead."
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ryu, what are you doing?
All right, so I've heard Dominski shoot.
Yep. Very, very loudly.
It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get past him. So what I'm going to do is I'm
No.
going to take up a position so that if he falls back, I can kind of move in.
Okay.
And so I'm going to get in that position where I'm tactically able to support him should should the creature attack and he has to fall back, I can now move in with my katana and ninja away.
Okay.
Don't
So
worry, I plan on falling back.
yeah, it's Dominski's turn. So if you want to move and shoot, or
I'm
shoot
going
and
to
move.
shoot and then move.
Okay.
Solid.
Ooh, that is solid. That's 5 minus 2. Yeah, you get a headshot on him. Most of his brain gets blown away, but it is not quite dead. Just barely not dead. And then it is going to double move as it tries to crawl after you, and then it's Graves' turn again. Oh, and Adam, I don't you can move diagonal in my games, so
Okay. That's
I just remembered that. That's one difference.
right. Good to know.
So Damon or Ryu?
Ryu is going to advance, and he's going to try to do the same thing with his katana, just right to the head.
Okay.
So
it's a 4
what?
to subtract.
I'm going to use a style point to negate one point of that.
Okay, so it's 3, a minus 3, and then
That's my point. The minus 3, and then it's a katana roll.
that's net.
Yeah, that's with the penalty factored in.
Okay, then
So-
yes, you can execute.
Okay, same thing as before, except this time, is this one crawling or is this one walking?
This is crawling. This is another, like, the waist has been blown off, or clawed off, or torn off, whatever it is.
Okay, this one I come in low and kind of bring my katana forward, right through the mouth, kind of then up through the mouth, through the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
This kind of...
pull out the katana and kind of turn back to the others and give the all clear gesture, like the OK sign.
Yeah. Big wet melon explosion noises. Yeah, Damon, are you doing anything?
Has the turn cyculated?
It would be your turn next.
Okay. Well then I will continue to move south.
Okay.
Oh wait, I need to count that out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, wow, that was perfect.
Okay.
I'm gonna fix my vision. Hold on. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's pretty much it.
Okay, and then Dominski.
Do I sense any others in the room?
No, with your kind of sweeping it again, it looks like everything else is dead. There's a lot of dead body parts around, and it looks like whatever that zombie's lower half is over there too, mostly disemboweled and eaten. But yeah, nothing else is alive in there.
And do I know that the other is moving? Like one of our others are moving down the hall?
Damon, you told them that you're moving down the hall, so yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Move is 5. So I'm going to essentially, how much is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm essentially trying to get out to the hallway.
Okay.
Is that 5?
If that's what you did with your meter, I didn't watch it.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that's all
Yeah,
I can
essentially
go.
want to get out here, even if I have to double move.
Okay. It'd be back to the top. Damon, you can hear kind of movement coming around the hallway. Graves?
Yeah. Let's see. Hmm. My vision. I'm going to see just 1, 2, 3, and kind of take up position at the edge of this wall and kind of just shine my light down the hallway that I can see and kind of wait for Ryu to catch up with us. I want him to head down first, and I'll cover the back.
Sure. So on my turn, I'm double check what my move is. Oh, my move is really good. So 1, 2, 3. Parkour over the table. If you need me to roll for that, I will.
Go for it. I will say just don't roll a
Um,
1.
My acrobatics is quite good, so
If you
I'm
have
not.
that, if you just want to average, you're good. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
if I had taken the average, it would have been even higher. So yeah.
yeah, you're good.
Yeah. So I come parkour over the table and take up position Graves.
Okay. How about Damon?
I
not
will continue down the hall.
Okay, I'm not sure if you can quite see with your if your light's aiming around the corner, you might be able to see him. I really wish I could see from your perspective.
I know. Like GMing, I always wonder what the players can actually see. Usually when I'm trying to tell them how to find something in a menu.
As you kind of shine, actually you've got the night vision goggles, so you don't even have a light up, but you can see these in night vision, so very greens and technologically amplified, shambling humans running towards you.
Oh,
Alright, do they look shambling? Like,
They look like almost like Russian villagers that have like skin damage and white eyes and kind of blood streaks out the mouth and yeah.
okay. They're not saying hello, so, yeah, I'm gonna aim for the head and I'm gonna shoot at one.
Okay. Are you gonna
Yay!
do an actual called shot or just shooting at it?
Just shooting at it, really, but... Because I already rolled. I was
Okay.
like, fuck it. Like, there's penalties, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, you hit the first one, and there's a big blood spray behind it, and it actually lets out a screech. Ah! And it is in pain from that shot, but it is not going down. There's just a big old red spot spreading across the chest.
So I'm assuming we hear the gunshot and
Yeah.
the angry Russian noises.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I'd be next. So I'm going to. In your games, can I move through an ally, or do I have to?
As long as it's reasonable, like right here he's on difficult terrain, so I'd probably say take 2 movements for that. Like it costs 2
Okay.
squares. But yeah, you can move around unless they're denying you the
Sure.
space, but
1, 2, 3, 4, because it was a diagonal. 7. I'm gonna move ahead again. Katana at the ready, and I'm not gonna double move because I'm not to put myself in that position, but I'm gonna kind of take up position here. Katana at the ready, at least ready to shield the two who are Dominsky and Graves. Like, stop anything from getting close to them so that they can bring their ranged weapons to bear.
yeah, and I think Dominsky's next too, so as you kind of running past him, what is Dominsky doing?
Adrian, by the way, what I just narrated should be considered like a total defense because I'm, instead of attacking, I'm putting everything I have into
Perfect. Well, good news for you is they're not going to be able to reach you this round anyway.
Oh, well, then it's a moot point.
Am I able to see them?
If you can see them, then you can see them. If you can't, then you can't. That's the beauty of dynamic lighting when it works.
Yep. 3, 4.
Also, because it's not working, I have to keep remembering to have my token facing where I want it to face.
Well, if it's only really going to affect on your own side is if it's facing the right way. But if the light's not working, then it is what it is.
All right, I will basically aim down this way for the first thing that comes down.
Okay. Adam, do you remember? Can you hold an action that like triggers, or is it just like basically taking?
I don't think you can.
Okay. What I'll do then is I think what you're describing, Michael, will work as maybe like taking the aim action, and I'll give you the +2 on your next turn.
Yes, that works for me.
I think that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you take the aim action even though there's not a target there. It's like you're like pausing and hold your breath like a sniper waiting for the first thing to cross, and that'll give you a +2 on your next.
Mm-hmm.
Which these guys have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, Damon, I need you to make 2 attacks, 2 defenses. One is at a -2. Oh, never mind. The first one trips and actually falls flat on its face at your feet. So you are fine. You take no damage as the zombie is like spitting and clinging at you, but you just back out of its way.
Right, as he's backing up, he's just like, how rude.
Graves.
Yeah, I'm, vaulting over the window, looking down this hallway.
Okay.
Oh boy, you have, well, I think because that's interesting, because like how the light works, I think, because I can see other people's lights, so I can see everything down here.
You
That's
should
cool.
be able to, yeah.
Yeah, once you made the tokens seeable, I think that would have also made their lights seeable.
I just thought it was the whole time, so I apologize about
that.
Because you should be able to see.
I'm not familiar with dynamic lighting.
Yeah, you should be able to see any like source of light that you should be able to see. So if you can see someone else's light far away, that you should be able to do that. So
I move here. I look down the hallway. I see the zombies. I see barely Damon, and I kind of like whispering. I kind of like whisper shout, I can't keep you alive if you just leave us like this, and I will fire my rifle if possible at one of these guys.
Yep, that's the best one you have a line of shot at, is the one in the back.
Yeah, I don't want to shoot anyone on accident. So, M4 carbine.
Okay, yeah, how do you kill it?
Just, I mean, just light it up. Maybe some of the bullets hit the chest. Maybe one, goes through. Maybe a lucky shot goes through the head. But I'm just, firing center of mass directly into its chest.
Yeah, and this zombie just goes down to the ground. It's dead.
Yes.
Let's hear from Damon. What are you doing?
So I got one that's like right up in my face,
There's
right?
two. There's one up that kind of slammed against the wall and tried to claw at you. The one diagonal to you fell. It's prone. It fell on the ground. But behind it there was another one, and the back one got shot.
So there's like one that's like literally on the ground in front of me, right?
Yes, I will do. I don't know. We'll just do this one to show. Oh no, there's a different icon I can use. There. He's on the ground.
Alright. I'm gonna like put my like foot on the palm of his back to kind of like hold him down and shoot the other one.
Okay. So yeah, if you're gonna shoot the one up here against the wall, go ahead and make an attack. For this was okay. Oh, this one you had shot already the first time. It takes another blast, but it's tough, I guess, because it's still alive.
You just gotta like know that these things are ridiculous and be like prepared to get the hell out of there and like retreat to his partners.
Okay. There is this door here as well. I keep forgetting I made these harder to see than I meant to. So just so you know, this is a door. Are you gonna move?
What's the door?
There's a door right behind you.
Oh, there's really? Oh man, my party's gonna hate me. Okay, I'll like I'll do the awesome panic move where I like grab the door and like go behind it and
Okay.
then like shut the door because then I'm away from the monsters, right? This room's filled with enemies.
I don't know if the party's gonna hate you, but the medic might.
So you'd be basically right here.
Bad news, everyone. Damon is dead.
Shreds, you say?
Okay.
That's completely just eviscerated.
So, Ryu, you'd be able to go next. Oh, I didn't. There, I moved the door. Did you close the door again behind you?
Yes.
Okay, I'll put it back then.
Because like then they can't get at me, right? Because there's like that barrier there. I'm clearly not walking into a room of doom.
I'm gonna trust that my party has my back, so I'm gonna take my full move to get up there and I'm gonna katana this zombie in the head.
Is it the one standing, the other one standing, or the floor?
Probably the one that's right in front of me. I think that's the floor one.
Okay, yeah. So if it's prone, do you know if it gets a bonus to defense, or do you
get a
bonus to attack?
For melee attacks on a prone target, you get a bonus to attack.
Okay, then take the bonus and go for it.
Again, this is the called shot. Like it's once again going for the kill shot. So.
Okay, so it would be a 6 you need. Oh no, sorry, this is the other zombie. This is a 5 you would need to hit.
So, I have a penalty of 5?
Oh, no, I did this backwards because was looking at the chat. No, it's got a 3 defense and 5 attack, so 3. The penalty is 3.
Okay.
These are Russki zombies.
So, penalty of 3, but a bonus of 1, because I'm
yes.
pretty sure I get a bonus because he's prone, and this is a melee attack. I think
yes.
Ranged attacks, it's the opposite. I think that's this system that I'm thinking of.
It sounds right to me, so we will run with that.
So, 3 penalty, 1 bonus, comes out to a -2 penalty total. And then let's roll to re-dead the undead.
Okay, so that would not execute it, but it does 3 damage to it, basically, straight? Or does this called shot mean you hit the head? I forget what the
It's up to you. Called shot is, you know,
If it's
shot
up
it.
to
It's
me,
up to you and your.
if you're
Up to you whether that's an insta kill or whether that's
what was your called shot on? The head, I presume?
Yeah.
Then yes, I would rule that as an insta kill on this zombie. So
Okay.
a headshot will kill this one.
All right then.
So that's a move and attack, and then we're back to Dominski.
The one that was there is dead. That's dead. Are there any currently up still?
There's those 2 left, yes.
Let me see them. So there's one, and this guy here?
Yep.
Okay. So instead of moving forward, I'm going to keep my distance where I was.
It's not a bad idea with zombies.
And I'm going to shoot. And I believe I've got the +2 to it. I'm aiming.
Yes, you do. Yes.
Carbine.
Yeah, you don't even need to do the other ones because you kill it.
That works.
Okay. So that's just a move and attack or anything, or did you move at all?
I went back
Okay.
instead of moving forward because I wasn't sure where the zombies were.
Okay. Did you want to move, or is that it?
I'm good for now.
Okay. So this one that's been
shambler that's in the room where Damon went.
yeah, this one that's out here with you is going to actually try to claw at Ryu. So I need you to roll your defense, and this you can use your armor because it's standing up. So it's a 3 bonus.
I get three for my armor, and then I'm adding an additional 1 because I have block.
Right. Yeah.
So it'd be a +4 to my defense roll.
Yeah.
Armor and my block factored in, and
yeah, this is like when a very your normal villager zombie is like trying to go up against an armored ninja, and it's just not working very easily being fended off. Damon, can you roll a perception check?
Sure.
Oh God, there's a dimensional shambler in the tunnel with him. I was joking, Damon. If he suddenly makes that cannon and kills you, it's not my fault.
3.
Okay. You can hear the noise of the hammer being pulled back, coming from somewhere inside this room below you. It's just like the hammer being cocked on a revolver or something.
Alright, I'm going to clearly, put my back to the door and, look around in the room and see if, there's, anyone that I see in the hall.
Okay. So in the hallway, no, you see a door on your far end, and then there's a door to your right here. The noise you heard was from here.
From where?
The south door. Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong layer. This one.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to... Knowing that either my teammate's gonna clean up in the hall and approach where I went, and knowing that, more than likely, if there's someone with a gun in that general area, that I can just kind of, wait them out. I don't have to just bum rush in there. So... if they come looking for me, I have night vision. So I'm just gonna like kneel down so that like I'm a little bit more sturdy, and I'm like not like at like presumed head height where like you're gonna try to shoot at.
Yeah.
Like
That's smart. I'm giving you a style point because that's good tactics. Okay. I guess I would basically be kind of what I was dressing on your turn. So I guess it doesn't. We'll just go to Graves real quick.
I am gonna move forward. Right there, and right there, and I'm kind of just wanting to, because I don't want to risk shooting past him, so I'm just kind of hold my rifle at the ready. I'm just kind of watching this corner. I'm just holding the corner.
Okay. And then Damon, we just did Damon. Ryu?
The last zombie. I'll do the called shot with the katana again.
Okay. So it's the 3, but actually 2 because you're.
Well, wait. Have I seen these zombies?
These
I've
ones are
seen a
going.
couple of these get killed.
Yeah, these are going
They're
down
not
with.
requiring the headshots like the first one we saw.
It didn't look like
Right.
it. These are going down with just like 5.56.
I am just going to katana, just normal katana.
Okay. Yeah. 5 successes on 1 hit point. What does that look like?
Well, I go low, bring my katana across the torso, coming up, bring it again across the neck, and then deliver a kick, knocking the middle part out like a Mortal Kombat fatality.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's another style point. Okay. So that's technically we're out of initiative, but there is that noise Damon heard in there. So you tell me what you all want to do.
You mean the noise he heard that none of us know about because he went into a room by himself?
This is true.
Yeah. He is dead. We should move on without him and
I
continue
say
exploring.
we just leave. You know, we're good here. We saw the stuff we needed. Let's just go, guys.
I mean, there's still a mission here, but you know, Damon is dead, so the 3 of us have to complete it without him.
Well, I'm the medic. I can't just leave him.
Change your flaw to callous.
I'm my rifle at the ready.
I'm sorry, that wasn't in character. That was just Adam joking.
I know.
With my rifle at the ready, I would like to, because I am the medic, dang it, I can't just leave him behind.
You gonna open that door?
I'm gonna open the door with my rifle at the ready. Kind of just, one hand, open it.
Okay.
when he opens the door, I'm gonna look back, and like once I like see that it's him, like I'm going to like do the like whisper kind of like the finger over the mouth, like and then like do the like hand motion of like a hand cocking a gun, and then like point towards the door.
When I get that, I'm going to, follow with the motions. I'm gonna kind of, whisper for Ryu. I'm gonna kind of, do the hand motions of, you go in, person somewhere in there. They got a weapon.
All right. I will stealth ahead of everyone, and which
It's the south
where
door.
is-
So
Okay.
this one.
So I'm gonna stealth through that door and kind of keep to the wall, so it'll probably be like here.
Okay. Yeah. Roll your stealth check, please. Actually. And I
Would have
And
my
I'll
rifle at the ready.
Also
as I
do
take position.
perception because I'm.
Ooh, what happens if I hear if someone's stealthing and someone matches it with perception? Who wins?
I would say you'd narrate that as some form of a tie. Like maybe they hear me but they don't see me. Like they know something's there but they don't pinpoint me exactly.
Okay.
Or
If
they like hear like me coughing or something in the background with my smoker cough, like
Yeah,
giving
I
away
mean-
his position, even though he's just like quiet as like a
Okay, well, you know what?
I would say since I failed the check.
So that is
or
a fail
since-
then, huh?
Well, no, I mean, would have
Like,
been not a
you-
fail, but like a tie condition.
Mhm.
I would say. I would say yeah, like the tie would be. I've kept to the shadows.
but
I'm
he
dressed in
doesn't
black. He
know
can't see me,
what but he heard. Okay, yeah, let's go with that.
yeah, he
Roll
heard like the
defense.
door or I stepped on something. Fence?
Yep, roll defense. Suddenly,
God.
a series of 38 special rounds go like shoot through the toilet door from the stall.
Bad news, I am also dead.
Oh,
It's 1 damage.
I'm mostly fine. I just expected that to be like the last time I rolled a 1.
Well, you get this so imagine the scene from like Pulp Fiction when the guy bursts out and like unloads the revolver but misses everything almost. It's
Sure,
kind of
sure.
like that, except whoever's hiding in this bathroom stall just like unloads through the stall door, and you like drop down and you get nicked in like the arm or something from one of the shots. And then you just
Sure,
hear
it's like
click,
say hello
click.
to my little friend, and then he misses most
Yeah.
of the bullets.
So yeah, those shots ring out. That's all that happens. Do what you will.
Dominiski will actually run into the room. Which direction do the shots come from?
You heard them coming. Were you in this room? Because you would have heard them from the hall as the
Yeah,
source of the
that's what I'm
sound.
saying. Is he will like run into the room after the shots have
Okay. Well,
been gone
I'll
off.
say you. You can get into the hallway, but what is Ryu doing? Because he's closer, and his reaction as you get in there, Ryu's reaction would go off too.
All right, so the bullets are coming at me out of the door directly
Yeah.
to the south of me.
Exactly.
I'm gonna move this way so
Okay.
that he doesn't have a direct line of fire, but I'm not like, disrupting other people.
Okay. Then Dominsky kind of like comes down in, rifle at the ready. What about Graves and Damon? Is Damon just sitting there smoking now?
Pretty much.
Was it coming from
Lazy.
this one?
With your night vision, you'd see that there's bullet holes in the stall door you're looking at. Yeah.
I have heat sensor goggles.
Oh, then yeah, you definitely see some dude sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, so he would just come in and just kick the door open.
Okay. Why is this facing the wrong direction? He's not supposed to have a light, but yeah, you see somebody like almost like hiding by the toilet, trying to remember how to pop the cylinder open on a revolver to reload.
Just kind of rifle level down. Don't move. Who are you? Say your name.
Roll either intimidation or persuasion.
I'm assuming Dominsky speaks Russian. Hello?
I don't know if I gave anybody any languages.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's not gonna matter actually. So even I don't think you do speak Russian, but even if you say that in English, this guy speaks English.
Oh, okay.
Surprisingly, right? But yes, he does.
It would just be a straight up charisma roll for me, I think, because I don't have points in
Okay.
either of those two.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. What are you trying to accomplish with this? Like, is your tone
Basically,
commanding
just
or?
state who they are, why they're here. Only reason I've got my rifle level is so he doesn't, like,
Yeah.
just to give him, hey.
Yeah, no, he seems frozen like as you're shining your rifle light in his eyes. He just sees your silhouette behind the rifle, and he's frozen. He doesn't say anything.
While he's frozen, I'm going to move up and just take the gun from him.
Okay, yeah, you can you just wrench it. He doesn't resist. Yeah, he is
Like I walk up, kind of take the gun from him, and I still have my katana out, but kind of point it away from him, take the gun, kind of toss it back at Dominsky's feet.
Yeah, I assume it clatters because you probably don't want to break your grip on your rifle. But yeah, he gets up and he'll actually say to you, "I thought you were zombies."
Understandable. Dominsky will actually kind of like lower his rifle a bit, like enough that he's like not directly pointing it at him, but can quickly raise it if needed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, low ready, sure.
What's going on
What happened here?
Things went wrong. There was the prisoners escaped, and Everything went to hell.
What prisoners?
The zombies. You must have seen. That's what the shooting was, right? You shot them, right?
Yes.
Were they zombies before they were imprisoned here, or is this your doing?
He doesn't answer you. I'd like you to roll an empathy, or perhaps
Yeah, I
if you
don't
have a.
have any. I have a 1 charisma and no skills related to talking to people, so I'm just
Okay.
gonna take a fail on that.
Demis-
Um,
hang on. Deminsky will basically just. Would you like to answer the question?
uh,
Wait, what do you do? What'd you say?
Deminsky basically just cocks his gun for like intimidation. Like, would you like to
Mm-hmm.
answer the question? And he's just kind of smiling.
Okay. What about
uh,
Damon?
I think at this point Damon would be walking in and be like, "How about first you identify yourself, and then I would like to roll an empathy if possible."
Okay.
If Damon's taking over talking to this guy, I'm gonna
Wow.
back out of the room and go find Graves because I have a bullet hole that I'd like dealt with.
I'm holding our flank, and
Mhm.
I
Oh, that's
I
you
say
know,
that as I'm the empathy person.
I'm giving you a style point because I like it when people use tactics. Okay. So yeah, Damon, as you come in, the guy looks super like freaked out and scared and traumatized, but he also is like super scared of answering you, and he doesn't say anything even though there's a rifle pointed in his face. He doesn't say anything. When you ask him like what his name is, um, he he still doesn't answer you actually.
Graves, while all this is going on, can I kind of indicate to you that I've been shot. If you could give me a patch me up again, that'd be appreciated.
I will kind of take my position away from the flank and begin getting out my stuff. Grab some wrappings, put it around. What'd you get shot in the arm? Put it around your arm.
Hmm.
Take a look at it. Is that another medicine for the Heelys?
Yes, please. I don't know how much medkit, how many charges it has for supplies, but you've got enough.
I think it's 5 in the other games. I don't know about this one.
That makes sense. I was thinking 4 actually. 4 and 5. That's kind of what I was expecting. So.
Right, and Adrian, does this? I had 1 non-lethal from before.
It would heal.
Would that be
Yeah,
healed?
because you had 1 lethal, 1 non, so 2 would heal everything. Yeah, you're back to full.
Okay. All right. I tell Graves then that if we found a survivor, if he wants to go check on him, I'll watch the rear.
All right, sounds good. And I will.
So I'll kind of take up the tactical position, katana out, probably popping a shuriken in my free hand.
Yeah.
Actually,
for sure.
no, katanas are. No, I wouldn't, because katana usually takes a 2-handed grip, so I wouldn't do that. But I'd have the katana out, and I'd be covering the flank while Graves goes and potentially checks in on this guy.
I begin walking, and I'm like, medic coming through. Give some space.
Yeah, he looks happy to see you, and like Damon and Dominsky are definitely scaring this guy, but he doesn't really want to say anything.
As Damon's talking to him, I walk up with my supplies, and I begin asking him base questions. You hurt? If so, where's the pain? You bleeding? Are you okay?
Uh, he's gonna turn and kind of pull his t-shirt up, and on the sleeve there's kind of a big bloody mark on his shoulder.
Does it scratch mark, bite mark? What are we looking at?
You can roll another medicine. This is not to heal him, but to determine cause and stuff. He just says the zombies. They got out.
I'll put a style point into this one. Okay, medicine.
Ooh. Yeah, there's definitely that circular imprint of human teeth kind of torn out a piece of his tattooed arm.
All right, I'll do compared to helping out Ryu. I will do the very basics of patching him up. I'll
Okay.
take out like the little water bottle. I'll wash off the blood and then
Sure.
patch it up.
As you're doing that, you rolled really well, so you also are gonna notice kind of the spread of like his whole sleeve is tattooed with all kinds of different inks and art, but you can see that there's almost like tendrils of black ink that's not tattoo that's kind of spreading up up the arm, and as you kind of pull away his t-shirt you can see it's almost working its way up his neck too, not quite up to his cheekbones, but it's there's something that's not right here.
I will once again, while patching him up, I'm gonna ask him. I need to know when were you attacked? What happened? If there's any chance we could help you further than just simple patching up, I need to know this stuff.
They the power went out about 6 hours ago. It was just around sunset. The power went out and we were trying to fix it, and then something happened. Something got out. Then there was screams and shooting, and I tried to hide, but I couldn't make it to the exit. But it's maybe 5 or 6 hours ago.
Okay. Do you clearly we're dealing with zombies. Is there any what's your position here?
I'm just a scientist. He looks more like a hired thug because of all his tats, but you can see maybe you throw a lab coat on him and he might be some brains. But
So I do
What can you
so
tell us about the project?
yeah,
I,
it's safe to assume there's a lab here. If you have a project going on, there's got to be some sort of
Antidote?
medicine that I can help you further with, because as of now I can really only patch up this wound.
yeah, I mean we weren't making an antidote. Just get me out of here. I'll tell you everything once we get safe.
You won't be safe for long if that infection gets to you first. And I point out the black tendrils on him, both to him to make him aware of his situation, and I point it out to Damon and
Okay.
Dominski.
Yeah. Roll. Do you have a persuasion or no?
Persuasion. I don't think so.
Okay. Do you have intimidation or anything like that? Otherwise, just roll
Uh,
charisma, and you can add a +2.
I have empathy.
You can roll empathy. Yeah, roll empathy with +2.
Cool.
So maybe not the most perfect use application of the skill, but it'll work. But yeah, you can see his whole face go pale, and then you gotta help me. Don't let me turn into one of them. You gotta save me, doctor.
That
I
depends on you
immediately,
now.
with the 7, if possible, I immediately kind of try and calm him down. I'm like, as of now, I can only really patch up that wound, but if there's any chance that we can find others, maybe make something that can stop the infection. And then I immediately, say, I'm not going to leave you behind, all right? If there's a chance we can save you, I'm going to take that chance.
Tell me what to do, or I'll do my best to help. But you gotta save me, doc.
We need a lab first.
No,
Can you lead us to a lab?
There's zombies in there.
We can take care of those. We will need to zip tie your hands. Question for the DM: do we have any face masks?
And the doctor probably has them. I
Yeah,
mean, this
I
is.
took zip ties.
I
I took all
recommend
the
we
important
put
stuff.
one on him and zip tie his hands behind his back.
Okay.
In the event he turns.
Sure. So, Damon, as you are observing all these things,
Yes.
you hear the voices again inside your head.
Mm-hmm. What are they telling me to do, Adrian?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, their flaw is that there's the voices, but are they evil or distracting, or I don't know. What do you think, Damon? What is his normal feeling with the situation without the voices? What is Damon's perception of what's going on as he finds out about this Russian lab guy and what's going on here? What would be your inclination to do?
I don't know. I think, he'd be thinking that, like, this is just too much of a liability. Like, this guy's gonna, like, possibly turn into one of these creatures, maybe, with how the guy is, like, reacting to, like, seeing the wound. And, I don't know. I don't, like, And I hear voices. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe we should just shoot this guy.
Yeah. The voices are probably going to tell you, go to the lab.
I'll ask the guy if he knows where the lab is.
Yeah, he points out the hallway, and basically he's giving you directions to go to just where the zombies came from, essentially.
Okay, after he gives me the directions, I shoot him
Okay.
and say thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Hearing the shots, Shirogane comes in, and hopefully just in time to see Damon execute, to see Damon holstering his gun or something.
Yeah. Yeah, the body
Is it possible that I could have stopped him from shooting?
I mean, you got quick draw. How about you both roll initiative, but I think, Damon, you'd have the element of surprise from that, so you can have a +2 on your initiative. Okay. So Andrew, yeah, Dominsky would see like the gun coming out of the holster. What are you trying to do?
He basically just grabs his arm, stopping him. Like, let's keep him alive for now. If he starts showing signs of turning, I will shoot him personally.
Okay, so if
Fine,
you
I don't hear any gunshots, so I don't come running.
So Damon will look at him and be like, you see those black tendrils right there, like on that wound. After what we just seen, what does that look like to you? Does that look like not like
No.
signs of turning?
No, I'm gonna be okay. I'm
like-
gonna be okay. Doc's gonna save me.
What, you're just mortally wounded? Like, I don't think so, buddy. Like, did you see those things out there? Like, come on.
This
The-
is why
Okay.
I'm going to.
At this point, does Shirogane hear them arguing?
Yeah, you can hear it. The doors are open. You can hear this, and then the guy
This is
starts
why-
crying.
I'm gonna call back. How far is this infection spread? We amputate.
Since I'm the medic on the scene, I'll shout back. It's crawling up his arm and his neck. If amputation will obviously lead to death, but if there is a lab around, I say we take him with us. Maybe we can find something to stop this instead of just executing a man.
I say we zip tie his hands very securely
Yeah,
and
you
cover his
did.
mouth so he cannot bite.
Is this a... I guess I'm asking if... And Shirogane would word this using terms that, a quantum black agent would know to use. Is this a... I'm trying to find out, is this like an infection, or is this supernatural? Like, does it look like these are weird veins because he's got some kind of blood poisoning, or is this like wispy tentacles of darkness moving under his skin?
This looks like a virus is taking over his nervous system soon.
Okay.
Alright. After hearing the nobility of the doc, Damon would nod and be like, well, I guess, if you think you can save him, Doc, but he's on you if, anything happens because of this. I mean, I hope you take responsibility for it.
I do agree with the plan to zip tie his hands and gag him.
Okay, so not just like Doctor Mask, but like full on gag him. Okay.
I have
like
more than one secure zip tie.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, you restrain him. He's not gonna go anywhere.
and
Well, where
I
I
am
mean, wherever you take him.
obviously doing my best to keep him calm during all this, and yes, I will, let everyone know. It wouldn't be the first time. I'll take responsibility. I'll keep him in my watch as we head to this lab, see if we can find what we can find.
yeah,
Okay.
like I would pack his mouth with some kind of, if we have any gauze in the medical kit, pack his mouth with that and gag him so that he can't bite.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
I've
and he's acquiescing to everything that you're trying to do because he's like freaked out. Yeah. So
right.
what
And
do you
then
want to do?
I'm gonna scout down this tunnel toward the. I'm
Okay.
assuming I can see everything again. I'm assuming
Yeah.
this is a.
So yeah. So once you get down there, that looks to be like a what's it called? The type of door where you go through it to be like sterilized or whatever. I forget the name
A
for it.
decontamination chamber,
Yeah.
like it's a.
Exactly. And are
Right.
you
Is
taking the
it?
guy with, by the way?
Yes.
I'll be leading him.
I will
Okay.
basically be essentially like right behind if he turns, like
You're
letting him
his
know full well
yeah.
that it will end one of two ways. Either us successfully saving him or unfortunately having to put him down. Like
Okay.
making him like we're gonna do our best, but well aware of the situation for him.
Okay. Yeah. Ryu, as you're scouting ahead over here, this room, the door's been burst open. That's where the zombies broke out from, and you can see it's some sort of holding unit. I think the map shows kind of like boxes and stuff, but it's much more like cage rather than storage room.
This area here.
Yeah, this room here, but it's open and you can like look inside, but it's empty at this point.
I'm assuming like times of the essence we need to get to the lab. So is the door to the decontamination corridor open?
You can access it, yes. I mean, they automatically close and stuff, but you can. Well, they're like motion
Sure.
censored once you activate it. And actually,
I'm gonna
no,
say
there's no power.
So
Sorry, no, you'd
you have
have.
to pry this.
Yeah,
You have to pry this door open.
that wouldn't take a
You do have a
check.
crowbar.
You just have. Yeah, it's just you have to do it. But no, they don't automatically open like normally. Because again, unless there's power, there's everything.
That actually makes me feel better because, you know, or acid or radiation, I don't want to find out. So I was about to suggest like maybe we have to send this guy ahead to see how check the.
Can I spend 2 style points to say before we gag the dude? Because I don't think we want to take the time and effort to ungag him and ask him questions, do it again, take a risk of biting us. Could I spend 2 style points to say that I asked him where the generator was, or if they had a generator of some sort?
Yeah, I wouldn't make you spend 2 style points just to kind of get that information. You can just spend 1. So you would know that. So the generator is all going to be in the tech room, which is accessed through the lab. There's a big room, basically it's on the top of the map, but that's where all of their electronics and extra gear is.
Basically, we're like circling back almost to where we came in, just on the other side of the wall that we couldn't.
Yeah, once you.
Wasn't there a breakable wall up here that we could have busted through?
It wasn't fully broken. There was damage on the drywall, yeah.
All right. Well, at this point, Shirogane is going to move through the corridor again, stealthy, keeping his senses sharp.
Okay.
And when he gets to the end, again, get this door open and take a look to see what's to the north of us.
Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth and perception.
Perks of having a stealth of 8.
Oh, average of 4. That's definitely useful.
Almost like this is one of the things this character is meant to be good at.
trying to roll perception, and I am not used to this sheet. Okay. Did that not roll? It didn't roll. Okay.
Goes.
And then stealth is 9. Okay.
Okay, so basically
It's,
nobody is noticing anybody else.
Yeah. There's two figures like Inspector Clouseau moving around in the dark.
Spy versus spy, but with ninjas.
Yeah, as you get into the room, basically, you can see there's different workstations. It's almost like a warehouse-sized ceilings and stuff. Well, maybe not that big. It's like 15-foot ceilings. All the lights are off. There's computer stations. There's blood and gore in here as well. Several different scientist bodies are broken on the ground. Some look to be not so much eaten or devoured, so much as like mangled and broken. But as you kind of move around, you can see the map, so you can kind of get a lay for the land there. You don't see anything.
Sure. I'm not going anywhere near bodies. Like, I'm not assuming they're safe because they look dead. I've learned my lesson.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm kind of taking a position here again, keeping the katana out, just keeping perceptive, and kind of motioning the others forward.
Okay. Does the others follow in?
Yeah, I first of all kind of just ask this guy. Could I have spent? I don't know if we did. Could I spend a style point to do the doctor thing and say I
Well,
asked for his name earlier?
You with your previous empathy check, you would have gotten it. It's like a Luskov. I'll put it in chat.
Well, I would ask Luskov, like, just yes or no. Is this the direction to the lab? Just shake your head.
He nods.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I would ask him to move forward and then move up.
Okay. Yeah. I think I have a bunch of. Oh, there he is. So yeah. So he'll follow up. Are you all going into the next room up here?
Yeah. I'm making sure I'm behind him.
I'm waiting for everyone else to catch up, and then once we're together, I'll kind of move ahead. It seems like am I correct in the only way out of this room is this door up ahead?
The doors there are actually open. They're supposed to be open anyways, and that is leading into the storage room, or like the
That's where we think
room.
the generator, and that's where we think the generator is.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna wait for everyone to catch up, and then when they're like around like 10 feet away from me, I'll move ahead. Kind of not getting too close to this body. Again, lesson learned. Kind of move this way. Again, pausing every so often to give them a chance to almost catch up.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the others to move up because I want to stay in the back with this guy.
Okay. I'll move everyone's tokens up. I'm assuming you're all moving up. Now, whatever order you want to be in, you can.
Right.
Everybody, as long as you're following up, everyone can please roll stealth checks.
Do I need another one?
No, yours is maintained, but everyone else is first time in the room. Yeah, the guy isn't even trying.
Well, I don't have stealth.
Okay.
I stepped away for a minute. Did you move me?
Yeah, I just moved you because
Thank you.
I wanted people
Yeah,
to
I
go up
stepped
here.
away for a minute.
Okay, gotcha. So,
I think that guy is like whistling Tchaikovsky or something.
yeah, everybody, as you're going into the room, you can see this darkened laboratory. There's different stations. There's things.
If I don't have stealth, I just roll dex.
If you don't have stealth, you're not stealthy.
Well, like I said, just be walking up.
Okay.
So, that Graves that, or Dominski that is attracting all of the attention. I'm staying away from whoever's doing that.
Well, the prisoner is he rolled a 0.
Okay.
Damon's not super stealthy, but
I mean,
neither,
zombies wouldn't exactly be stealthy either, so.
Actually, that's a pretty good roll for me.
Sure, and I'm not so much worried about yeah, they're not going to be stealthy, but a predator doesn't have to be stealthy if they're faster and stronger than the prey.
Mm-hmm.
All
You
right,
said that there was something in the other room here?
Man, based off of the stealth rolls, Dominsky, I need you to roll for me. Would this be a... Do you have Intimidate, Dominsky?
I do not.
Okay, just roll Charisma. That'll be opposed Charisma rolls. Whoa, that's not right. That's very wrong.
Yikes.
The prisoner's not that charismatic. What'd you roll, 3?
3.
Okay, fine. Simultaneously,
Yeah, that kind of charisma rolls like Charles Xavier. He just mind controls you.
so the 2 that rolled essentially 0s, dropping down from the ceiling are 2 almost like muscle exposed, just kind of dark silhouettes, and they drop down, one onto the prisoner and one down onto Divinsky, and I need both of you to roll defenses. And
Oh boy.
last but not least,
Does that count the armor I have as well?
you
5 there?
I don't think it does, so unless you added a modifier, so you have to roll the 3 additional.
Right. 3d2 greater. I think that's the right sign. Yes. So 4.
Okay, so you take 2 damage, and then from the other guy, I need to roll his defense, which he's restrained, so I think he only has something like a 2 defense now. Okay, yeah, he gets mauled. Kind of almost in Graves' arms, like you're kind of shoving him forwards, and this thing just drops on top of him and just pulls a fist, jabs it into his chest, and just yanks it out, and it's holding something red and no longer beating.
I let out a very audible, "Oh shit!"
And then for probably the last time, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Cool. I moved myself a little closer since I said I wasn't letting them
Yeah, that's
get
fine.
that far behind me.
Yeah, if you want to be a couple squares even. I mean, you're within range, so I guess it's all the same. It's about 10:30 for me. I don't have anything going on tomorrow, so I'm fine to kind of finish this up without changing stuff. Is everyone good to keep playing for like another 30 plus minutes, depending on
Yeah,
how
that's
long
fine.
this takes?
I'm
Yeah.
gold. I'm golden. I have tomorrow off, so
I don't do anything ever, so.
Okay, if anybody does need to dip out for any reason, just let me know, but we'll just keep playing it till its end, if that's cool.
yes.
I don't really want to change anything to make it, like, anyways. So
What makes the situation even funnier for my character is, like I said before, he is essentially just smug and kind of that, what's the word used before? Basically, he is so and ends up in situations where he gets in over his head. This is one of those situations where he gets in over his head.
Okay, well, if that's the case, I'm going to give you a style point. It sounds like you're more of a danger magnet almost.
Almost.
No,
He's
I
kind of got that
Basically,
bluster.
he's just
He's kind of got that bluster and bravado.
yeah,
kind
you
of.
know, I totally see that actually. Him not even like really trying to be stealthy, just kind of like moving in like a soldier with the rifle, scanning the room, not really caring.
This
And then
is actually the medic's worst nightmare.
yeah, so Graves.
the one time he didn't look up.
Well, I see this happen. Homie just got his heart ripped out. Which Damn it.
I really should have been rolling some of these resilience checks for sanity. I keep forgetting. Why don't you roll one for me?
Sure. Resilience, I'll throw in a style point. Oop, I forgot the one, but oops.
No, it's gonna make a difference, yes or no. So you want to just roll it manually, or do you want me to?
Yeah, how do I do it?
It's slash R 1d2 greater than 2.
1d2 greater than 2.
Okay, just. You're not. Yeah, you're taken for a moment as you can't believe what just happened in front of you. And you can see this isn't really a human. I mean, it's a humanoid, but its gaunt, ghoulish face and its claws, like the fingers are extended and long and like needles, and just kind of carved straight into the flesh like it's butter. Yeah, this guy is. Yeah. What do you do?
Alright, I'm going to back up a few steps to get a little bit of distance. Like right up against the wall, probably, and I'm going to unload my M4 into this thing.
Okay.
And that wall that he's up against, is that the weak wall?
It is.
Yeah, it is. M4.
Okay, and their defense.
Man, I was trying to save that dude. Well,
He rolled
maybe
a
he's
0. The ghouls attacked the ones that were the least stealthy.
It makes perfect sense.
But you did hit him. There's the as your rifle just flashes in the darkness. Okay, it's definitely still up, just so you know.
Yeah, I figured. That's me, just backing up in shock a little bit and lighting this thing up.
Okay. From one to the other, it takes the hit, and for a second it looks at you, but your rifle is still pointed at it, and almost as if it knows, it's just gonna jump over to the side, almost using Damon for cover, and then it's gonna swing its claw up towards Damon. And Damon, if you can please roll for me a defense. Oops, I need to open my sheet up again. Why is this not on here? I guess it's just the brawl attack. It just seems wrong.
It might get a plus if it has claws or some other weapon.
Yeah, I'm trying to use actually this sheet from here, and it's. Oh yeah, it's on the second page. It extends down, so it does have a claw attack. Should be 12. I don't even think I rolled the first attacks correctly. Oh well, we're not gonna retcon. So that's
Guys,
5
Damon is dead.
points for Damon. Are you alive?
My HP is 5. No.
So you're from.
No,
So that's 5. So you're down to 0. So you're not dead. You're now.
yeah.
You're in the position I was in the first fight.
Yeah.
It's not a good position to be in.
So.
Except that I'm still conscious because I have Die Hard.
Yeah, and you feel like these needle-like claws, these fingernails dig into your chest and kind of like split, like in between the rib cage a little bit, and it's digging deep, trying to grab at your vital organs. You take the full damage, and then Dominsky, this other one, it clawed at you once, and it's trying to go at you again, trying to get through your armor. I need you to roll defense as well, please.
That's going to be a +3 from the armor itself.
So for future, for the next rolls, at the top by configuration, there's the roll modifier, and you can increase that to 3 to add the 3 dice. Okay, so that's 4 points for you. Are you down?
4 points?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Okay, so it manages to kind of, it tries to poke through the Kevlar, can't, and kind of reaches up and over and down, and you just feel your shirt tear, and then the flesh gets split as you feel the nails go in, and you drop. And did you go down to -1? Because there is negatives in this game.
Yeah.
So top that down. And those are the ghouls' turn. That's all they do. So it's Ryu next.
So if he's at a negative, he would have to make a check.
Right.
If it's lethal, he would have to make a body check to see if he's stabilized or if he's dying.
And that's versus 2 times the negative, so it'd be a body check of 2 or higher. Is that right? Or
I think the difficulty is 2, but it would be a body check at a -1 if that's what his health is.
that's what it is. Okay, so just I'll roll the -1 just to make it faster. Okay, so that wouldn't have detracted anything, so it was a success. So he's fine.
Right.
But then Ryu, you do go next.
Ryu is going to advance. He's going to burn a style point. I'm now understanding why Jeff criticizes me for not giving these things out enough. They're super useful. To advance, put a style point because he's putting everything he has. Like he's trying to take this thing down before it full-on eats Deminsky. So, raising it to 1. On a modifier of 1, it's a katana attack. Not going to do the called shot. I'm hoping that that's the right decision. We'll find out.
Okay.
Don't even make my average.
Well, let's see how its defense is. Yeah, this thing is quick and just kind of like dodges out of the way just as Deminsky's hitting the floor. It detaches and leaps out over the sword. And that was a move and attack, right? So that would bring us to Damon. Damon, you have 1 action that you can perform.
Right.
Which includes defending yourself. So if you think you might get attacked.
So I'm at 0 HP, because my 1 defense would reduce the 6 to a 5, which is my max HP, so I'd be at 0, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, can I blow a style point to go to 1?
You would have had to use 2 style points to reduce the damage. You could have done that, yeah.
No.
So if you wanted to reduce 2 style points, and then you'd have 1 hit point instead, and you'd have your full turn.
Oh well, it's fine.
Was that something I could have done?
I'm happy here. I'm going to so essentially because I have the Die Hard feat, because of the voices, I like to flavor that way. That would be funny. So essentially, I should be going down right now, but the voices are possessing me and keeping me kind of more awake.
Well,
and,
even without Die Hard at 0, you're still technically functional.
Right.
Until you go negative, then it.
Right. I'm going to shoot it.
Okay. And then Michael, we'll do yours next.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna probably not hit based off of its average. Oh no, you hit it at least. You nick it, and it howls in kind of rage because it didn't want to be hit.
They bleed, he screams.
Yeah. That's excellent.
Hit it hard enough to piss it off. That's always fun.
So Deminsky. So backtracking, because if you're at -1.
Mm-hmm.
If you had used 2 style points, you would be at 0 instead, which is still not great. But you only have 3 right now, so you would have had to burn 4 to reduce it by 2 damage to be at 1. So I will let you, if you want to burn 2 style and be at 0 instead, and then you at least have 1 action. Okay, so you can go back to 0 and you can do 1 thing. That being said, I don't hear anything.
Let's see.
Keep in mind that 1 thing might be keeping your
Yeah, if it attacks you, you would need to be able to have like a defense to roll. And so if you want to save your one thing to be a rolling a defense if you get attacked, that's one thing that would count. If you'd rather deal damage or try to get away, those are things you can do too, but you only get one thing before your next turn.
Yeah. Is there any way to even escape safely to a safe point with two of these guys?
What does Dominsky think?
Um, he's thinking that if he's going down fighting. He's gonna do a point blank range shot.
Okay, and you have a
The
rifle,
rifle point
or
blank range is actually a penalty.
yeah, but
it?
you have quick draw and you have a pistol, so you could you're already
Point
on the
blank
ground.
pistol.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's do that. I think you should do that. I'm not controlling your character.
Yeah,
But...
like I said, he's going. If he's going down fighting.
Okay. Yeah, make your attack. And Ryu, you attacked this one already once, so it's at a -2 for its defense.
All right. So.
Your last style point.
Yes, we're gonna use that last style point with it.
All right, go ahead and try. So that is at least 2 damage. Maybe
It would be
3.
an additional 1 die for a style point and then another one for the point blank because he's using a pistol
Right.
now. So.
If you haven't done it, roll 2 dice instead.
All right.
This could actually be really good for you.
Yes.
Nice. That's 4 damage to it. You just see right where the chest cavity explodes. Ryu, you're behind it, and just this almost vapor and ichor just hits you in the chest. You're wearing armor too, so it's not affecting you at all. But this thing kind of like staggers and lets out this noise, and looks very angry, with a big gaping hole in the center. So that's Dominsky.
That might have been my last thing I could possibly do. But it did. It hurt. It basically just taking what I can out of it.
Yeah, that was a good hit. Good job. Graves. I'm going to give both actually Damon and Dominsky style points for their attacks while at the death's door.
Literally, he's in over his head. He's going down swinging if he's going down.
Graves.
Can I spend my last style point to be able to sling my rifle over my shoulder and quickly take out my medical stuff to be able to heal Damon?
If you want to spend a style point to do that, I will say you can basically get the medical stuff out quickly, but you'd have to drop the rifle really if you're going to do it. If you're going to sling it and take it out, that's basically trying to style your way through 2 quick draws.
All right, that's fine. I have a pistol for backup. I'm full medic mode. If I can be able to drop the rifle, take out the medic stuff, and heal him, I'll spend the style.
Okay, I think that's in character for you too. So, you basically are dropping the rifle while you're running, hoisting your pack around to the front and dropping to your knees, and it's kind of sliding up on the blood that's on the ground. And you can move and now heal him.
And as I do this, I'm shouting out to Ryu like, "Just keep him busy." And medicine.
Okay, that's a good roll. You needed that. So, Damon, you feel like him almost like reach inside you to kind of close up this wound, and kind of like the pain from the claw was bad, but the pain from Graves trying to heal you is just as bad for a minute. But yeah, you get 4 hit points back. Lifesaver is
open chest cavity surgery, no anesthesia.
Just pouring peroxide all over it. It's burning.
Okay, and I'm not doing this to keep you alive.
No infection.
I'm gonna give you a style point for that because it's cool.
Oh, comedians, get out of there! It's filthy.
Probably jab him with a shot of like synthetic adrenaline or something while you're at it.
Okay. Dominsky, are you ready? I'm sorry, my friend. You just shot it. It knows Ryu's behind it, but it dives down almost feline with how quickly it is, but its hands go for your neck, and it's not trying to strangle you, it's trying to pierce through your jugular with its 5 needle-like fingers. You do not get a defense against this, and I'm afraid I'm about to kill you.
He gets passive defense.
Okay, how much? Roll your passive, because this is terrible
So-
roll.
Yeah. So
Or just
passive
regular
defense. So passive defense it's your defense minus your dex. So give yourself a penalty equal to your dex.
That would basically just be 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this might not kill you then, because it only gets hit you with a 3.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh
Well,
no.
you're to -3, which I still don't think kills you. I'll update that.
My health is a 5, so
Yeah, I think death on Quantum Black is 5. Once you hit 5, you're dead.
yeah, so
You do
I
need to.
roll
DM
body.
works almost as badly as you do.
Yeah. And I think what this manifests as is the creature has this big, like 3 or 4 inch hole in its stomach through, and it like jumps down on top of you and like kind of and like tries to like slam its fingers down into your neck, and it pierces the one of the like almost the jugular, but the nails go around either side, and you're very grievously wounded, but you're not gonna start spraying blood just yet.
And it costs 2
you need
style points.
Yeah, you need 2 to
Reduce.
nullify one of them. So you're at -3 now, and then you need to roll a body roll at -3. I think I forget how this rolls. Just roll body in at -3.
Yeah, it's a body roll at negative whatever your health is.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
Got 1 success.
Okay. So yeah, you're still bleeding out, and then you take another lethal next turn, basically, if you don't get healed. Damon, I don't know how that works if death is at -5, but we're gonna go with the -7 because you have a talent that says you can do that. So
That is the talent. So
okay.
I'm just familiar with that one because I think I've had someone use that in every
Yeah.
one of my last 2 or 3 Ubiquity games.
Okay, so the next thing that happens is the ghoul in front of Damon can see Graves trying to patch Damon up. And it tries to jump over Damon and tackle Graves to the other side. This is going to be a grapple check, not an actual attack.
Oh boy.
So it's basically trying to get in between you and its lunge. Why won't this work?
I heard is that it try to tackle him and send him to the other side. That sounds very much like a fatal attack.
Okay, I can't make this token thing work, so. So, did you roll defense, Graves? Or actually, how does
Oh, is that what I'm
sorry, it's not great. It's opposed. Was it brawl?
So, basically, for a grapple,
You make a brawl touch. So
right? So he gets to use his active defense only. So it's basically he rolls defense minus his body.
and then my
and then
brawl
you
is normal brawl.
Yeah, and then you just compare the damage you would have done to his strength rating.
Okay. Oh my goodness. So is your strength more than 2?
It is 2.
Oh, I think
Compare
that
the
hits it
amount
though.
of the opponent's strength rating with the damage your character would have done.
No, it says if you roll more than the strength.
Yeah, if the damage you do is less than or equal to, then it fails.
So he fails. So he like jumps over Damon at you as you're trying to like finish up this suture, and you like swing your arm and almost like your medic bag and like Gollum just deflect it off to the side, and it like hits the ground and.
Can I? I'm gonna ask a question.
Go
Can
ahead.
I don't know. It'd probably take more style points, but can I spend my style point to say he gets flown through the broken wall?
No, that'd be too far. He's off to the side. I'm sorry.
That would have been perfect.
That would have been almost like Frodo falling off the end of Mount Doom. Gollum and him both go flying. But no, he's off to the side. That's his turn. He did not do anything. Wow. Okay. Ryu, you might survive.
This guy has a a negative because Dominski shot him before going down.
Yep.
I'm gonna call shot to a vital area.
Okay.
So what is the
It's a
penalty?
-5. He has a 5 defense currently.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna total attack.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
So that's
reduce.
a-
I'm gonna reduce that penalty by 2,
Okay.
and then this is a called shot to a vital area. So
Okay. Is it
whatever...
heart, head? What's the vital one you want to hit? Jugular?
Oh,
Like I'll
if I
let you.
have to specify, I'm trying to decapitate him.
Okay. I will count that as a vital area. Yes. Okay. And that is with all the negatives. That will go against his remaining 2 hit points, which doesn't even matter because a decapitation will kill this.
Woo! Yeah. So I'm picturing this thing like rears up after biting into Dominski. It kind of rears up and its head is up there, and I just come and separate it. Maybe take a hand as well as my katana passes through it on the way to the neck.
I love it. And then like the hand like flies off because of the momentum, but the head and the neck is the same, and then you just like whoosh, and then it like tips off and collapses. Beautiful. You get a style point for cool stuff, so let's whip that out. And then Damon, you're next. You are still at 0, but
Movies have taught me well.
no, you're
I
not.
always want to be the guy with the katana
I'm at
sword.
4.
You're at 4. I just didn't modify your token. So yeah, no, you're good.
Alright, so is the one that attacked the dock still alive?
Yeah, it just got thrown over you basically.
So back here?
Yeah, it's just north of Graves. You should be able to see him.
Right,
There you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it. Except that I'm gonna like blow like 3 style points of shooting it.
Okay.
Worth.
As like I snap to and roll over and like shoot this thing from like prone position. Okay, prepare.
You're point blank too, so.
Oh, I didn't add in the point value. Jeez.
Okay, how much was it? You had a 3 stat point
3.
plus point blank, so that's 4 actually. Actually, no, you're in with the MP5, so I don't think you get the bonus for that.
What?
Because point blank is for pistols if you get a bonus when shooting right close up.
Oh.
But you still get the style points. So that's 7 for you. And
the number of Nurgle.
So as you roll around, I like to think you slap the MP5 as you just set it to like full auto, and then you just unload into this, and then it is like kind of recoiling on the ground, like about to pounce on Graves again, and it just gets lit up with a burst of 9mm, and it crumples to the ground under the hail of bullets. It is dead.
You okay, Doc?
Are we out of combat?
You're out of combat, yes.
Are we out of initiative?
And I once again flick the blood off my sword before
when
looking
Damon
around warily to see if there's anything else.
When Damon calls to ask if I'm okay, I'm kind of like in full medic mode. I kind of just pat him on his shoulder, just say, just stay alive, and I immediately rush over to Dominski.
That's true. I shouldn't have declared turn order. Dominski would take another lethal, but Graves, as you get to him, I think you went before Dominski, right? Because you're at the top of the round.
Yeah.
So yeah, Graves, you get to him. Your bag's already out. And I think you have. This is your 4th heal. So you have 1 more heal with this bag.
I'll spend a style point on this medicine.
Okay. That's a good roll. Dominski.
Stitching him up.
I don't know why you're at
nice.
-15. You should be at.
I was trying to set
okay.
I don't know why it's doing that.
You should be at
There.
-3 because you would have lost one on the next turn, right? So you were at -3 to now you're at +2
So,
because 0 counts as 1. So you should be at 2 hit points.
okay.
And with that, yeah, we're out of combat as you're kind of like get revived with like CPR as Graves like revitalizes you.
I
Once
like.
he's back up, he takes his pistol out, or he actually picks up his pistol, puts it to the dead zombie's head, just starts blasting it.
Yeah.
Dead zombie's head, which is not attached to its body.
Yeah, it like one shot and it like skitters off against the big hole in it.
As you know, I see him breathing again, and he gets up. Graves just kind of immediately like drops back to the back wall and kind of just sits down and is breathing
Oh.
heavy and says, "You all owe me drinks."
Oh man. And I think that you're both getting style points for that, but that's the perfect shot for the camera to kind of like zoom out as you're in this
We get out of
lab.
this alive. I'll let you push the plunger to blow this place to hell. On top of those drinks.
As kind of I'm gonna turn off the dynamic lighting so you can see everything at this point, because we are going to be out of combat for the rest of the game. And inside the
Really?
lab here, you can. Oh no, not really. That's not supposed to be there.
I was gonna say like, we're out of now that that's what I'm wondering. It's like if
It's
we're out
the
of
son of a bitch.
No,
so we're out of combat for the rest of the game, and I'm thinking to myself, what about this monster that I've seen the whole time?
No, actually, that wasn't even supposed to be on there. I was messing around with it because originally I was going to put a Shogoth in here, but I changed it to all zombies and the
Oh, God.
ghouls. But yeah, no, that wasn't there this whole time.
When I said I wasn't metagaming, I meant I was ignoring that obvious monster.
Well, hopefully that added to
Shogoth?
the scare. But no, you're not. You don't have to fight that this
But
game.
yeah, no, I was totally afraid that we were gonna have to face that with Deminsky being dead.
Oh, maybe I should have kept it.
No, it's okay. I'm not telling you to put it back. I'm just.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
we've
fine not
already
fighting
faded out.
Shogoth.
We've already faded out. We faded to black already.
Yeah. So, the crew, Graves sitting against the back wall, Ryu like probably not sheathing his sword, Deminsky and Damon kind of regrouping. The last thing to do is, I mean, you can, I don't know, what would you want to do? You just want to leave at this point or do any more investigation?
I would say, if we don't have enough explosives to blow this place, I say we use what we have to blow this wall, get out, and then call in
I
an
was thinking
airstrike.
actually sealing this place off at the entrance itself and not creating a new hole. Are these generators in here?
Yeah, this is a huge supply of
I don't think sealing it off is enough. I think we need to call in an airstrike and have this place reduced to.
What are the odds that blowing this room up would take out the entire place?
Before we go that far, we definitely need to be grabbing like possible samples, any paperwork we can. You know.
Graves?
I suppose we could go back to that fridge that I saw with samples in it and raid that
Yes.
fridge.
Are there any
One that I
computers
saw
still
way
intact?
back in the office, like here.
So there's no power to the whole compound, so unless you fix that, you won't be able to like take anything from the computers short of physically taking the computers.
Do we have somebody who knows tech, who knows how to pull a drive?
If anybody has that skill, that would be electronics, I think, in this game. Yeah,
I have
electronics.
Electronics, or I think there's actually.
Or computers. Yeah, I would allow either electronics or computers.
So I do have electronics.
Okay. Yeah, so you can try to do
and
those.
I will throw my last 2 style points into that.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, I'll head back and I'll just I'll take Graves with me, and just samples from that fridge. We'll put them in the now empty medical kit.
Okay. Yep, you can do so.
I'm assuming we have an
Yeah.
empty box for the first aid kit. We just pack that full of samples and.
Well, I also have specimen bags.
Okay, but I assume that's for like.
Like tissues and
Yeah, I'm assuming these
Yeah.
are like vials and
Yeah.
stuff. We put them in the empty first aid kit to kind of protect them and.
yeah. When you go there,
don't,
it's very
leak in your-
Jurassic Park. Like there's some like medicine bottles and stuff in there, but on the lower shelf, it like clicks out and there's like dry ice, smoke, and you have to take it out. It's lucky that it was so cold in there because there's not been power to it for a while, but it's been contained properly and you're able to
so
retrieve.
I'll take Graves back with me, and we'll raid the fridge. And as I said, we'll put it in the first aid kit.
Okay.
The empty first aid kit, and kind of pack that away in his backpack.
And when we do eventually leave, I think the last thing Graves would do is he would take the body of the Russian and not bury it, because I don't want to bury a virus, but he would take it outside and do his best to give him a respectful Viking funeral. Burn the body.
Oh, you burn him?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say put a bullet in the head just to be safe, but if you're gonna burn the body, that should do it.
Yeah, if you can burn the body.
All right, and then if we can take this place out with the explosives we have, if
I'd say
Minsky can find a way to do that, then I say do it. Otherwise, we call in an airstrike, and don't
Yeah.
care if we have to risk an international incident. Better that than risking a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, two sets of C4s are going to be in. It could breach a wall, but not the whole compound. And you're all still operating on just flashlights. And the whole time probably peeking over your shoulder at every little noise.
Sure.
You said these were generators in here, essentially.
There's all kinds of like wiring and technology in here for like the
Is it
stuff.
possible
So
to
you
rig it to overload and explode?
you could try. That might take quite a bit of time to do, and you would need power to do it
Yeah, I was
first.
gonna say, can you overload it if it's not even on?
But I mean, it can before it gets turned on, can set things up to overload when the power goes on.
I think it's all a matter of time. How much time you want to stay in the zombie lair?
I think we go outside, and I'm assuming we have comms. We can call it an airstrike.
Yeah. If you have Quantum Black has deep pockets.
I'm assuming they have a drone or perhaps even a cruise missile.
Graves.
This is not the first time spider teams have destroyed Russian mountains.
Graves wants the nearest bar.
Okay. So I gather that you're taking some of the hard drives. You're taking
Yes.
the
I got
samples.
4 electronics.
That will be enough for 4 hard drives. You can take the 4 computers from, I presume, the science room.
Yeah.
And then you burned the body for the Russian corpse. Was there anything else you wanted to do in here before?
Once everyone is out, Domensky's going to put the C4 on either side of the entrance and seal this place off before they leave, just so nothing else gets up and while they go to bomb.
Okay.
So here is demolitions to set the charges, essentially.
Please tell me the final shot can be cool guys walking away from an explosion.
That's exactly what we're leading to. The camera pans out as you find yourselves back in that forest, moving away from the bunker. The explosion tears a big fireball into the night.
I just imagine Domensky just reaches into his jacket, pulls out a switch, just pushes a button.
Yep. Kaboom.
And because cool guys don't look at explosions, we just blow things up and we walk away.
Yep. Domensky's climbing into the front seat of the truck once we get it cleared off.
Yeah. In the aftermath, the Russian military is en route to figure out what is going on because of the explosion brought some attention, but you are safely evacuated from the mountain where you
And while we're going, we
await.
call in the airstrike.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Just
You're
we're
able
not
to
risking that thing.
get to your extract zone where you await for this kind of stealth AC-130 aircraft kind of lands down in the middle of a field. You ditch the truck because it was just kind of a beater that you acquired for the job, and you board the plane and take off into the night to head back to the United States, where you will be debriefed by Quantum Black and move on to your next assignment. For anybody who wishes to keep the character, you get all 5 experience because you participated, you roleplayed a lot, you faced a lot of danger, you were successful, and you got a lot of information that Quantum Black wants from this. So everybody gets 5 experience if you wish to keep the character around in
So
case
I
you
think
do
I
other
will
ones.
keep this character for future because
I
it'll
will
be a
keep
good
this
backup.
character, and if at some point, Adrian, if there's an opportunity, I would happily guest in your ongoing Quantum Black as Shirogane,
That'd be
I think
amazing.
you would love Zigzag.
an episode or two.
I would love that. So
Just let me know when. I think if you just copy the character to your vault, you can.
Yep, I can import everybody in. The only thing is that the character sheets are different, so I don't know if I'd have to make it backwards compatible or just transfer it from one to the
I
other.
think if you transfer it in,
It'll still
it'll
recognize.
adapt to the new character sheet. Because I think so. Because when I did it with the old hex character sheets, updating them to the all for one, most of it carried over.
I'll experiment and find out.
Fun fact, all of you fools were dying. Graves didn't take a single hit point.
There was a moment I thought you were gonna die. Well,
I mean, to be fair, that's if there's any one person you don't want to take damage, it's the medic.
The medic.
Just saying, this doesn't have Headstrong on here, so
I'm not sure if that's a talent or.
no, this is their flaw. Headstrong.
I'm not sure. These are the new character sheets.
Yeah.
But
So basically, that would be their thing: is the Headstrong.
Sure. I'm going to end the recording. Thank you all so much for playing in the one shot. I missed Quantum Black so much, and I had so much fun. Thank you for going into this
I had a
zombie.
blast. Thanks for doing this. This was.
Yeah.
And this essentially just gave me a backup character if Amber ever dies.
Yeah, well, don't pray too hard for that, because we all
Oh,
like
I don't
Amber.
want Amber to die. Trust me, I have fun with her.
Now we know what the other side looks like when someone plays a noble, good guy medic.
Yeah. All right,
So
everyone.
are all the rest of you in the ongoing Quantum Black game?
Yeah,
I am.
actually.
Actually, yeah, we are.
Okay.
Becca and Devin are the other 2 characters. Becca plays Jess, and Devin plays Morthos.
Well, anyway, yeah. If at some point, Adrian,
I know
you're up
I
for
would
it.
love to have you play in Quantum Black. I might even try to figure out if it's worth having 6 players. I feel like it slows the game a little bit.
I don't want to do anything that's going to disrupt the campaign. As I said, if you ever want me to do like a guest arc, I would totally be up for that.
100%.
I feel like